Hello and welcome! Welcome to Drakenmemoria! Yay! For those of you wondering what this is, because you haven't been listening to us for the past 2 years, it's Dungeons and Dragons! Or more specifically, a group of people playing Dungeons and Dragons. So if this is not something you want to watch, well, if you're watching this on YouTube or on Twitch, you're in luck! They give suggestions, either to the right or to the left. Pick one, and we hope you'll have a pleasant evening. For everyone else who actually wants to be here because they enjoy watching Dungeons and Dragons, because they enjoy watching people playing Dungeons and Dragons, because they don't want to watch something else, that works also. Welcome, and it's a pleasure.
They have nothing else going on Hump Day.
Yes, plenty of magnificent things.
Anyways.
Exactly. So, as I was saying, if you're new to the channel, welcome. It's a pleasure to have you with us. If you're not new and you're back from a previous session, welcome back. It's also a pleasure to have you back with us. Even more so because you realize most of us are insane and you're back. So, thank you for making us feel welcome, even though we have a very imposing mental problem of liking being tortured in fantasy worlds.
But for just pennies a day, you too can...
You just have to subscribe and you will automatically get this warning every time we go on. Alright, so what else can we say before we start? If you enjoy the Thunderstorm ambiance, Ambient Mixer. If you enjoy the battle maps, Dungeon Alchemists, who by the way are going to be releasing for their next patch, the Winter Wonderland patch. I am so excited for that one. Yes, my players, you are going to find yourself in snow. At one point or another. And if you enjoy the world map, it's Wonderdraft. And that's about all the publicity that I can do. Unless one of you wants to add something. Apparently we don't have a sponsor today. Audience doesn't have his cup with partially translucent green liquid in it. I missed that. Felt like...
When did I have that?
I don't know. And maybe it's just the color of the camera, but you always have a plastic glass of something from when you get...
Oh, no, don't worry. I have stuff coming in about 30, 40 minutes. It's just not here yet.
But I don't know what it is. But on this side of the camera, it always comes out as slightly green color.
I have not yet had food today, so I have food coming in 19 to...
Wow, that's brutal.
Well, I just got back from work. I got back from work at 10:22.
Wow.
And I jumped on the stream.
That just even being at work without food is brutal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've worked a couple of double shifts with no food.
Yeah, I've worked 2 12-hour shifts the past 2 days and a 13-hour shift today.
Woof.
Yeah, I remember those. Alright. Alright, so let's get started. What happened in the last episode? Ah yes, the party woke up after a slightly unsettling night in a gruesome picture into a gruesome picture left behind in the snow by a librarian's puppet. After taking a few moments to plan out their next few days, the group decided to visit a museum, as it might hold information on the origin of Fisher's past. The whole day felt like a normal day of sightseeing, up until one party member lost its cool when he was shaken by an unforeseen encounter with a guard of the city. From there, the whole event slowly degenerated into a near madness as the party did its best to end this encounter without resorting to combat and drawing more attention. But ultimately, it still ended with Remy stabbing Tobiyashi.
I just need my daily dose of torture.
I mean, like, better than getting stabbed in the back in a back black alley with a
So,
missing wallet.
I do believe that this is nearly exactly where we left off. As Tobiyashi just got stabbed in the gut with a decent hit from a kitchen knife that doesn't actually leave an injury when you take it out. But it still hurts the same.
I'm still on the ground.
And I do believe that Remy was able to cause more damage than half of Tobiyashi's total hit point. So technically it would have been a very painful wound.
I'm missing a kidney.
It'll only get worse as he levels up,
need
so you
more.
might want to think about your actions in the future.
Toby thinking about his actions? Never.
Oh,
Never.
I should hope Toby's health outlevels your sneak attack damage.
Oh yeah, no, I'm just saying that...
Otherwise, I'd be really sad.
Hopefully.
Well, you never know. He might roll a whole lot of 2s. But yeah, no, I do believe that Remy can cause injury to Tobiyashi in a single hit, but not death. Unless it's a critical hit.
And death.
I would have enjoyed watching this. You know, a critical hit scored on Tobiyashi with this knife of pacifism. It would literally have been Remy slicing Tobiyashi's throat and then moving away as the wound heals.
I was dead for a second.
Alright, so I believe that this is what happened when you entered. Everyone got in, Tobiyashi got stabbed, and Fisher was about to say something, but then the episode ended. So, I guess technically speaking, we are starting again with Fisher about to say something.
Was I about to say something? I thought I already said something.
You did say something. I don't remember what it was, but you did.
Something along the lines of "What the fuck, Toby?"
Yeah, it was that. They were all scolding me while I was dying on the floor.
Mhm.
It worked. I'm not mad.
Did it work?
It's not.
I mean, we got away, but
Yeah, I guess I am.
what are the
I
chances?
start standing up. It worked with the power of friendship, guys.
You know, that unit now, once it wakes up, goes back, and then we all have bounties on our heads.
I thought it forgets stuff,
Yeah. Oh yeah, but
but it's a robot, so I mean,
Oh, the
Construct.
bead makes
Yeah,
them
the
forget
bead.
stuff.
that's what I thought it did.
yeah, but does it make it
Audience,
forget?
Audience,
Yes.
it
how-
does
What's the time window there?
of forgetting things.
About. I think he said it was quick. Like if, because it was an example used was by the town. So it was like if you smacked it on the head and then walked into the town. I think it's like 30 seconds to a minute.
Okay. So it's gonna wake up, remember.
It's basically you have time to hit them, leave that area, but you don't have time to hit them,
But are
stay
they-
there, do something else, and then
Are they gonna remember everything that happened?
no, they're literally gonna have no memory. Of,
Well, yeah, no. How far back does the memory
Oh,
erasure
I don't
go?
know if that was made completely clear to me by Sim.
Yeah, because that's like.
Because he said, I think he said it was a thing of if we're in danger, you can hit it and they won't remember you or your faces. If it's like a quick thing. But I don't know how
that
far
wasn't
back it goes.
super a quick thing. We kind of stretched it out a bit.
Yeah, like would it remember?
I don't know. We could call Civ and ask.
Okay. Here's the
We have an
story.
orb.
If he does remember us before we walk into the alleyway and beat him up, we got jumped by some villagers, and yeah.
You do
And they
realize they will
murdered your wife
literally
and
send
newborn
out
child?
they will literally send out the robots into the village and just start killing people to make
Fuck.
examples. If we say that,
What
like,
do
I
we
don't
say?
think
What
they
happened?
can.
I
mean, we
think
could say-
we
we
just
could say-
leave.
We leave now.
I'm gonna call Civ. I'm gonna ask him how long.
Oh yeah, we need to talk to
Okay.
Civ. We need
I'm
to tell
calling
him.
Civ. All right, Civ was pissed at me. I'm still calling him. So.
We need to tell him what's going on.
Alright, so you call him. Takes maybe 5 or 6 seconds before he answers.
Hey Civ, I don't know about how much you were aware of what just transpired throughout the town. I was wondering, with the orbs you gave me, how long does the memory last beforehand? Like, how much would the... If for example, let's say Toby was an idiot and got us pretty much captured at the gate in the middle of the city, and then we led the robot to a house, like, about, I don't know, how long did we walk for? Like 10 minutes?
Yeah,
15 minutes?
about 10.
And then walked with him for about 10 to 15
That
minutes.
long? Oh my god.
And then I slapped an orb on his head. How much would he remember before that when he woke back up?
I don't think your problem is going to be the poor Millie unit who's going to wake up in a strange room, unsure about what led him there. I think your problem is the rest of the city you drew attention to as you walked in the middle of a town square with a Millie unit
With the Millie
saying,
unit.
"Give way, give way."
Fair enough.
Oh,
So,
do you
second
think we should
question.
leave?
So second question. Do you think we've overstayed our welcome in this city and should leave, or do you think we can still kind of cover things over and people will forget about it?
If you want to take the most cautious of path, you should leave and not return. If you want to rely slightly on your luck, this library you are in is an interesting base of operation. So long as you do not forget to protect your behind as you are moving to the city and leaving this place. I would say that the most pressing problem right now will not be the guards of the city, but anyone who would have noticed a group of adventurers not wearing normal clothes walking through the town center and going to a less reputable part of the city. You might
We
have
were
people
wearing
tracking
big
you.
jackets. Okay, so they. I mean, I had a jacket on with the hood up. It's too big for me. I don't think they seen who I was. But everybody else maybe.
Well, my hood was up, but I have to keep my hood up. Yes. But no, I think okay. I hear you. So, all right, I'll let the party know.
Oh, let them know about the whole plan that we're trying to do too.
Oh, okay. I'll before I hang up, I'll describe him the plan that we're doing with or not really a plan because I don't think we have a set plan, but I'll describe him some of the details.
we're trying to figure out.
We
Okay.
have goals that we need to achieve. We don't have
we
a
have-
plan of how we're doing that.
Yeah. I will explain to him the goals regarding the trade and her potential friend and high Sal and low Sal, us having to leave someone behind and all of that. I'll explain that to him.
And if he could guide us through any of it.
Well, at least.
Well, I'll just explain to him and then see what he has to say.
At least this sounds like the beginning of a plan. You have an idea of what you're going to do, and before leaving this island, you should probably figure out how exactly you're going to impersonate someone at a train station who
what I
will
was
be
thinking.
giving confirmation.
I agree.
So leaving the city, leaving the island might not be the best thing to do right now, however. It's a question of time. The quickest route, the quickest route to what you want to do would be to go get your friend as soon as he leaves you a message. And the shortest route would be to come back here and then go westward toward the train station, where you can figure out how to either gain an ally or leave an ally there. Or you can take the long way through and go near the mountains, where there is a station there that will be the longest route. You will be walking for at least a day at the edge of mountains and forests. You will be protected against most of the machines that may try to hunt you, and possibly criminal organization who might have gotten wind of your effort right now. So it is up to you. The long and safer route, or the short and more dangerous one.
Yeah. Well, first we have to rescue Karn, but
Has he called at all? Anybody?
no, he was gonna call us.
So we shouldn't try to call him.
No,
No.
not until after today. I think after
Number
today
two.
we should call him. If we should call him if he doesn't call by the end of the day, because that would be a little odd.
Every
Yeah.
time we've called him, he's answered
Why are you calling?
and told us that the sound the orb made gave
You
up
should
his
put it on
position, and he has to.
Yeah, who gave the orbs ringtones? Like,
How else are you gonna know to pick it up?
it
Yeah, but,
vibrates.
We're covert operatives like half the time.
Mhm.
The garden should have thought about that.
It's not a
We
fog.
So
Talk
should
about
I
that
should I have not made the ringtone of my or baby or a firework by Katie?
It's canon. now,
Baby,
it's
you're a
canon.
what by who?
Who are you talking about?
Wait, sorry, I don't know. My mind was this.
No, sorry. Don't you mean Kitty Perry?
Yeah, Kitty Perry. My fault. I don't know
Okay,
why.
okay. Yeah.
He's the kind of asshole that just lets his phone ring for a while because he likes the sound.
Yeah, you just sitting
I'm
there.
like holding my arm and just singing to it.
Okay, so then what's the next course of action?
I mean, I think our course of
gonna stay
action is
here,
to
right?
still lay low in the library, see if Karn
Or-
calls us.
Yeah.
Should we
And-
maybe check out the sewer system route that goes outside of the place so we know what it looks like? Or are we waiting to do that until we go to get Karn?
Well, we were gonna maybe bring
Calm.
it back through the sewer
Calm.
system, so I guess it wouldn't necessarily be the worst idea to check it out now. to
At
make
least
sure
like
we
scope
actually
it
can
out.
bring 'em in.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
We don't want to like go
Uh-huh.
after one of those like, slime things like the last time.
Also,
Um,
if on the way back, if we took the mountain route, we wouldn't have to smuggle him back in anyway.
Well, yeah, I was thinking that the mountain route is probably better of an option. But
Also, if we were gonna smuggle him in through the sewers, wouldn't we have to get off the train before it docked
yes,
in the city?
yes,
Yes.
I don't know how easy that would be to do both safely and sneakily.
What if
But
I
I guess
could
I
be the
mean,
grandpa and I could pretend to fall off and then you guys jump to try and help me?
what if the train stops?
Then we
Or-
disappear into the mist.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We bomb the
Fair
track.
enough. They don't really see
We
that.
bomb the
Like
train, guys.
civilization
It all
didn't
comes back full
Alright.
circle.
stop a
We're
whole
not-
train just to help
We
out.
derail
some
the
people.
train
Mhm.
so that they're busy working on the train while we go do something else, guys. It's a perfect plan.
I'm not
Mhm.
bombing the
Mhm.
tracks.
All right, why don't we? Yeah, table that for later. And
that'll be-
let's-
that'll be
let's
planned.
check out the sewers.
That'll be plan K. Okay, all right.
Let's check
yeah.
out the sewers.
Fisher, from inside of you, you hear Taranad just say, "Is your thinking matter hardening as time goes by, or are you always this thick? You have everything you need to jump off the train in motion. You just need to do it without anyone seeing you."
I'm not good at doing things without people seeing me. I guess I have.
I have an idea.
There are ways to do that. All right, well, let's go check out the sewers to make sure that's even.
All right,
Like,
what's your
an
idea,
option.
Jorg?
One of us has to like come running from the front of the train, saying there's an emergency, and then we'll get the guys to
How
go up
are
front,
they gonna
and then we
jump?
can jump off. Huh?
How are they gonna jump off after they brought all the attention? It'd have to
Uh,
be Remy, so he can sneak away.
Yeah. Yeah, like you get the attention, but you send them up the train, so they hopefully all leave you behind.
Interesting
Anyways,
plan.
the sewer system.
Sewer system. Yeah, when you say this, you have Sichet still watching all of you arguing like this, and Tobiyashi still holding his guts as if he had been eviscerated, but there's no visible wound. Source.
Is there a bunch of blood that has to be cleaned up when that happens?
No, because the knife instantaneously heal. It's like hitting something that needs to be hit by a magical weapon, and your weapon is not magical. It heals the moment that it leaves out, but it's still the pain remains there because you actually got
Okay.
injured.
I guess yeah. That's when the blood can't really come out a lot.
No,
I guess depending on where you hit, but yeah, okay, that makes sense.
I guess if Remy would try and slice Tobiyashi's throat, there might be a few drops of blood that will manage to fall out before everything heals, but that'll be as far as it'll go.
Personally, I'm
My
just waiting for the awkward situation where Raimi does that not knowing they're in an anti-magic field.
My question is, if you cut off someone's head, is it gonna heal off the body, or
Well, I think the knife would
just go
heal
through?
as
As
it's
it's
going,
going
through.
as it
Yeah.
was coming through.
Oh,
So
okay, okay.
You wouldn't be able to fully actually. You'd like
You're
it'd
still-
be like just passing it through their neck.
You're
and
still
would
gonna
heal
feel it go
around
through
it.
your neck.
It's like an anime, when they take the sword and they slice it and then like it sort of like falls over. Just
Yeah.
ignore that last step.
Yeah, no falling over. Okay, I see. All right.
Sichet just goes, sewer system, yes. I can easily do that research for you if you want.
Well, yeah, that'd
Shouldn't
be
be
perfect.
very hard. They probably blocked off the sewer system from the last time and they'd found their way in, but I'm sure it's not that hard to open it
And
up.
maps of. I'll open it up. Okay.
A map would also be nice.
Yeah, a map of the
Now
sewer
that I think
system.
about it.
So we
I
know
was
where we're
definitely
going.
thinking of just opening it up and then going
And
down
just
there,
going
but
down. Yeah, that's what I was
that's
thinking too.
Probably
But
not.
after
just
she
a great
said
idea to just go.
after she said research, I was like, yeah, we should. We might want to do that first.
And what about your friend? Hi! And she just waves at audience's orb as he's holding it. Hi, are you gonna join us?
I don't think so.
He's much
He's Batman.
safer on his own.
Yeah, we don't want anybody to see him. We don't have a friend. There's nobody on the orb. Forget you even saw that.
This is not the orb you're looking for.
Well, it's just its audience's imaginary friend.
Yeah, my charisma
Side
against her
note.
charisma. Deception.
You want to go against her charisma?
No, I do
Audience
not.
can tell you it's pretty high.
Let's see what I would have rolled anyways. Yes, deception. 18 flat because I don't have any pluses.
Well, the die itself is natural 20 for her, so.
Almost.
The
Everybody else.
die
believes
itself is enough to
Toby
beat yours.
fully forgot about Civ.
Yeah, I just don't know who Civ is, guys.
Like, did our boobs just get bigger?
So, all right. She says, "So, well, I can easily do that research, and yeah, it'll probably be ready in a few hours. I mean, it's not something that has been restricted in the past, so I'm pretty sure none of these books have been damaged. And no one wants to go in there just in case there is an undead still roaming around. I mean, there are undeads that will just eat your insides. Some of them will try to siphon your brain through your ears. There are some that will just consume your eyes. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of really awful ones out there. So just in case, no one's gonna try and go in there. And that's why there's mostly just giant rats.
They haven't had anyone needed to, like, they don't have like a cleanup crew that goes into the sewers every once in a while, because wouldn't it get like, do you guys use your sewer systems? What is that? That's my question.
Yes, I believe from what I've heard, every few weeks they just flush out the entire system. They dump a whole bunch of water in it, and everything just gets flushed out.
That's good to know.
The sewer gets an enema.
I do believe that they put some cleaning agent in there, so maybe a bit corrosive also.
Yeah, some Lysol.
What's that?
Okay. Oh, sorry. Thinking with my up there brain. Anyways. Yeah, if you could do that research. Also, I had a question. What's in that building in the back of this place? Is it just like an extension of the library, or?
Well, it was originally meant to be a more restricted area, but I've mostly put all of the things which would draw the most attention in there. Because there are some people that occasionally will try to come by here. Some of them won't get deterred by the fact that the front door is locked. And sorcerers sometimes try to get in, just in case there's relevant knowledge. So I've put everything that relates to arcane, everything inside of the other building. This is where I got the heating trinket in the middle of the living area where you are. And this is where I will go and get something very useful to make a meal, because I'm getting hungry. How about all of you?
No.
I'm tired of these. He doesn't get hungry, but these good berries. I kind of want substance, like something warm.
Yeah.
Food sounds nice.
All right. Can easily go in there and well, just be careful. If you want to go on the other building, just tell me first, because
Okay.
this one I do keep some magical ward still active. You can't just try and teleport inside
in.
through any means.
Okay.
You might get scrambled and you might come back with an arm missing or in the wrong place.
All right.
Mind if I go snoop around back there?
No, just be careful. Some things can explode. I don't know what everything is in there.
I think,
I'm sure I'll be fine.
just in case, if you guys want to go back there with it, I'm gonna stay here and watch the front door.
Not a bad idea.
I don't know who would have seen us if we came here, or if they were just watching. So I'm gonna stay and watch it. You guys can do whatever
Well, I'm always pretty careful when I get in, and I don't know about all of you, how careful you were the first time.
Was she not there? Was she not there? No, just to be extra careful, just in case anything happens.
Well, when you think about it, you did lose sight of her for a moment when you arrived in front of the library, but, you know, not long enough for something to have happened. What could have happened inside of a few less than 20 seconds, you know?
Nothing important.
Nah. It's not like she can use spells or anything like that.
All right. If you think it's fine, then I'll go with you guys to see what's in the other building.
Oh no, I don't think it's a bad idea that someone stays in front just to make sure. I mean, you did draw a lot of attention as you were coming back.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah. So yeah, I'll just stay here, watch the front door.
right.
I'll call any one of you. The first person in my contact list, which is Fisher. I'll call Fisher.
How did he spell audience?
With an O.
Yeah, with an O. Audience. No, I have it in the order that I think people are most helpful. No, anyways.
That's what I'm here for.
You're lucky Raymond's not here to hear that.
Anyways, yeah, I'll stay up here and watch.
All right, Fisher, if you want to go in the back, come with me. She turns around and looks around, and I saw your reaction, Remy. I know you're kind of interested in magical stuff that might be in the back store.
It's like slowly moves head out from the corner.
All right, well, and I did see your little book. You might have something interesting to watch in there. I mean, most of what's written in my book I took in there, so. All right, come on in. You maybe have time to make 5 or 6 steps away from the group, and audience, your orb rings again.
I will pick it up. Wait, sorry. Maybe you're. Oh wait, okay. Got it. What's
I told
up?
you not to call me when I'm working, okay?
You hear Colin's voice saying, huh, well, that was an interesting boat ride down a very awkward river. And just for information, it wasn't an undead fish. Because everyone knows undead fish are stupid. It was an undead octopus. So I managed to find my way under a small stone bridge. So I guess this is where I cross a
Train track?
no, I believe it's a. Was it supposed to be a train track?
No.
Okay.
Wait, let me check the map. It was a.
Because if it was supposed to be a train track, I'm really not in the right place right now.
No, it was.
I thought it was supposed to be.
Unless the train tracks were underwater.
The squiggly lines on the map, are those just roads and
Yes.
not trains?
That's just
Okay.
the road.
Yeah, so I think he's
Yeah.
Well, actually, I was a bit fortunate. Right now, everyone is on break because they're saying that they need to eat a little bit. But I crossed a small caravan, all sporting some sort of emblem. 2 hills with a large cross erected in the middle of it. Honestly, it just looks like someone had a bit of a fetish with anal sex when you look at this drawing. But anyways, very,
A man.
Focus,
A
your life's in
man.
danger.
A man. Recognizing the true stuff.
But at least they're all very nice, and for a small fortune, they accepted to help me go to a way station, I believe they said it was called. I'm not sure what it refers to.
Well,
Yeah.
which direction are you going?
I don't know. Where's the way station on your map? I have...
Up.
Wait,
It's the circle. It's the circle, right?
It's the dot with the circle.
Ah.
I mean, it's the circle with the
Yeah,
dot.
I
in
have.
it.
Is it a waypoint, or did I write that down wrong?
I
I
think
I
it's
have
the dot. I think it's the dot
I
with
have
the circle
process,
around it.
station, and waypoint. So way station. Which one is that?
You could guess it's the same because there are two ways to be called. It can
It's
be
the one
called
that's a
way
little
station,
bit
it can
up
be
the road.
Waypoint.
Okay.
I think it's the one that's a little bit up the road. That's the dot with the circle.
The dot with the circle.
Dot with the circle are stations.
Holy.
They said we're going to reach the way station, waypoint. I'm not. Anyways, by the end of the day. So
Yeah,
it's
that makes
still
sense.
it's still a good 8 hours.
Really, from the road? I thought it was pretty close to the
So I think that case, I think it's the
It's the
waypoint.
yeah.
I think it's the dot.
Dot.
It's the black dot?
I
Yeah.
think so.
Because I don't think it would be a day. Well, I mean, he just got down the river. Okay. He'd be at that road. It might have taken a day to get there, but I don't know. I think
Either way,
the
we
dot-
gotta go to the black dot.
Yeah.
And so,
Yeah.
like, when he gets there, he can tell us if there's a train station there.
Okay. Because, yeah, the way station doesn't have a train station.
All right. Well, I hope they are trustworthy because honestly, I don't have any more money to give. They did ask for a whole lot.
Fair enough.
Turns
You
out.
can always steal it back and then give it to them again.
Who would do
They
that?
asked for
That's a bit dishonest, no?
I look at Remy slowly.
Well, I know. I'm only saying if they try and take more, because if they're being dishonest, then you can be dishonest back towards them, because then it's still honored.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Then it evens out. 2 wrongs make a right. Remember.
Yeah.
Now, if they're taking
In audience code, it does.
We're on
Flashback
Prison
to
Island.
audience paying his fine and immediately getting it back.
Yeah.
Well, no. Anyways, if they try anything, I still have another 2 grenades that I can infuse with a fireball, so they'll have a rough day if they want to
Fair
There you
enough.
go.
get me in the night.
All right. Well, we'll start heading down then towards the dot, and we'll either meet you there, or once we reach there, we'll start walking up towards the dot with the circle.
All right, so...
Oh, I know. When you reached the bridge, are you, like, from the path you were taking down the river, you hit the bridge, are you guys traveling right or left?
Do you mean cardinal, like
No,
east or?
because he
Oh.
can't determine cardinal directions.
Oh, right.
But if he's
So-
coming from the river and he hits the bridge, did you guys go right or left the bridge?
hold on. Yeah, no, we went right. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Okay, so he's facing down. That would be
So he's
towards
going
the
Yeah,
to
he's
black.
going to the
Yeah,
he's
the
going to
dot.
the
He's going
dot.
to the black dot, which we can actually take a train to.
Yeah.
I don't know. If
Wasn't it the black dot we were in originally?
No, we landed at the
right, all the way at the
station
right.
on the far east side,
Yeah.
I think.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
The one all the way to the right.
Next to the water.
circle. Yeah, with the dot.
Oh, at the circle with the dot. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, we can go to the one with the black dot then.
All right.
All right, we'll go meet you there. We'll go catch a train.
hmm When you get there, try and lay low.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna try and draw too much attention. That would be a bit counterproductive at this point, I think.
And don't let them coerce you in an anal sex.
Don't worry. I don't think that's gonna be a problem. I think that's just the problem of someone painting a picture for their religion and then not realizing the whole thing before it was too late.
Okay.
But I don't know how long this religions have been in this place, so maybe it was intentional and maybe they actually are focused
They're
on
all
this.
obsessed with, yeah.
You
Watch your
never know.
back, man.
Excuse me for 15 minutes while I just construct the entirety of this religion based entirely off of that one descriptor.
Man, Toby's traumas just keep
Piling up. All right. Well, I can't stay away from the entire group too long. They did tell me that to hurry up. I told them I was gonna go do my business in a bush. So they think I'm peeing right now. I hope no one's listening because they think I'm talking to my. Let's go. And he closes the orb there.
All right. Well, let's go get a train and let Civ know that we're leaving.
Wait, you guys aren't gonna go look at the magic place first? The other
I mean,
place?
I want to, but we kind of gotta go. I mean,
Yeah.
unless, Sachet, you wouldn't happen to know how fast these trains are.
Well, like I said, it's usually
It was like 30.
anywhere.
miles per hour.
The very slowest are 20 miles an hour, but the fastest are around 40 miles an hour.
I was right.
I guess you can go with an average of 30, maybe between 30 and 35
35.
miles an hour.
How long did it take us to reach from the further village up to where we are now?
2?
It took you maybe 2 hours.
Yeah.
Oh,
An hour
so it
and
would
a
be
half.
less. So
It
it literally,
wasn't-
okay, we don't have to leave immediately because he's literally not
wasn't
going
that
to be there for like 8 hours.
Depending on how frequently trains run.
Just like this, looking at the map.
I think it'd be longer.
It seems like the first leg's actually a little shorter, and then the
Well, yeah,
second
'cause we
one's
have to
maybe
get to
the
that-
same distance.
We have to go to that first one, and then we have to go after. We're going to the
The second dot.
second one. The
Uh,
second,
Yeah, so
so-
I'm saying it's probably going to be like a 4 hour train ride. But that still gives us 4 hours.
4.
I'd
Yeah, but we
say
gotta-
it's something like 2 hours, 2 hours and a half of train if you are on the fastest of train. If you're not,
Okay.
more. It's a total of nearly 80 miles that you'll have to travel on the railroad.
Mhm.
Each little dot, and I did it on purpose. Each dot for the roads, each dash is 2 miles. So you can easily count it like this.
Oh, that's cool.
All right.
Zach, you can easily count those, right? Those tiny little notches.
I just did. There are 39 dots on the entire road to go from where you are to where you want to go. And that includes the dot at the center of it.
Okay.
Do we know how often trains run?
Well, you don't.
Sachet, how often do the trains run?
Well, it depends where you want to go. If you just want to go to the next town, there's usually one, the next process or station. Sorry, I'm all getting my term mixed up. If you want to go to the next station or the next way station,
Waypoint?
way station, when you say waypoint and she says way station, she waits for a moment. Well, it's just an older way of calling them, but it works also. Yeah, and
People need to learn how to name places.
Well, the point of it's a place that is away from usual place. This is why the way comes. Some of them call them way stations because at one point they were starting to become stops, and so there would be maintenance there. And some call them waypoints because they were places where people living in remote stations would go. It's an waypoint. This is why both are accurate, but nowadays people mostly call them way stations. But older people still call them waypoints.
Okay.
Or
So,
like some weirdos call them fast travel
How-
points.
often do trains run to the nearest way station?
So, like I said, if you want to get to the next stop, usually there's something that leaves every hour and a half. If you want to try to get a train that's going to go several points, well, that's usually a little different. They might be one or two a day, going for a very specific place in far away distance. It's mainly because most people don't want to travel that far, but some do, and they are usually ready to pay a whole lot. Some people actually just make their living going from one end to the other by going to the station all the way to the north of this island, to the station on the other island all the way north. You're going to be traveling by train for a few days. Some people really enjoy this, and this is why there's not many of them that actually do this. But there are.
Okay. So it sounds like we have some time.
Yeah. I think you have enough time to get a good meal before you leave.
Sounds good.
All right. Well, let's go make a meal.
Well, I mean, you don't need to eat, so you could just go into the place anyway. So
Yeah, sure. So, let's go. She takes you to the other side. You leave the first building, go in the court, see all of the snowmen fighting each other. Now they're sagging a bit because it's the middle of the day and there's a little bit more warmth, and some of the details have started to melt off of the snowmen. But most of it is still there. It's feeling even weirder when you walk through this yard because the soot, which had been used to simulate blood, started to melt off and drip even further. So the pools of simulated blood, of black blood, just trails off and become even more prominent on the ground everywhere, as if they had just kept on bleeding. As you're walking through this court and watching this slightly more disturbing version of this picture, you do catch a glimpse of Cuddle in one of the tree there, watching all of you as you cross this yard. Sachet does pass a comment stating, "Oh, I wish everything would last a little bit longer, especially in the beginning of winter. The snow just keeps melting. It's depressing sometimes. Alright, keep on going." She seems awfully relaxed in front of all of this. But then again, she might be very used to seeing these weird pictures whenever she wakes up after it snowed all night. She reaches the other building, and you see her go through a series of what looks like unlocking mechanism for magical ward, tracing glyphs on the side of the door, then unlocking the door in a very specific way. She looks at Remy for a moment. And, well, could you look away? Because I know you have a very good memory, and if someone looks through your memories and see this, I mean, it's going to defeat the entire point of me being very cautious about it. Would you mind looking away?
Just like maybe just like pops his cheeks out a little bit, but does kind of like waddle a bit as he just like turns around.
You hear just go. All right, you can watch.
Chainsaw.
All right, you can watch. And here we go. Let's open this up. The moment you enter, you feel the air is a bit more stale. It's been a while since this door was opened. Don't mind the cobwebs. There are actually a few wards in there so that there's no spider bigger than a coin in here. So don't worry about it. No giant spiders. I did see a giant rat once, but mostly harmless.
Around here, we call them rodents of unusual size.
I was wondering if someone was going to make a comment. So, alright, if you want to explore with special trinkets, it's on the left. If you want to explore with spells which can be cast as ritual, you just have to keep going forward. If you want to go in a restricted area where there might be books which can actually eat you, I'm not kidding, you can just go to the left, and my things for special dinners are right over there. Well, have fun. She walks away.
Part of me wants to have her like forget, and then she wanders into the wrong section. It's like, whoops, that's not a cookbook.
Remy, we don't have all of the rituals, right?
The Raimi shakes his head.
Alright, I'm gonna go look for whatever rituals there are that we don't have.
Alright. Make an investigation. Find the books. Read the books.
Okay. 24.
Doesn't take you too long. You are starting to be comfortable with libraries because you spent so much time in the garden, although their classification system seems to be a little bit ahead of hers. There is a bit of confusion. She seems to have classified spells not by their level, but more by some level of usefulness. So it takes a little while before you start understanding, okay, so this is way too strong right now for me. But within, I'd say, 15 minutes, you start identifying a whole bunch of books which depict ritual from level 1 spells. And as far as you can tell, every single ritual, level 1 ritual spells that you can think of is in these books. It's still going to take you several hours to write them down.
Yeah.
But you have access to any level 1 ritual spell that you want. it's
Uh-huh.
written in a arcane version of the arcane language that you're less used to. So you still have to do the research and figure it out. But you have everything you need to start making research there for level 1 ritual spells. Remy, where are you going in this library? Are you going with Fisher or are you going somewhere else?
Oh, well, Fisher said that he was taking care of the rituals, so I guess he wanders off to the trinkets
Okay.
because he's just kind of in a habit of picking up weird stuff and finding use for them later.
So there's a lot of trinket in there, and again, you find yourself in front of a very intriguing classification system. With your passive perception so high, you also notice that many of these shelves do have a second classification method. Small indentations have been left at the bottom of these shelves, below each of the trinkets that you find. Points and slash left there. These indentations have been left there for a very long time. Make an investigation roll if you want to learn more about. If you want to get a better feel of how long they've been there and what they might be doing, why they might be there.
Yeah. 17.
17. Okay. So they do bear some resemblance to what audiences described when looking inside of Siché's book. And what you've seen. I believe he has asked you to look at them. But these indentations have been made years ago, and as far as you can tell, no new ones have been made for at least a decade. And some trinkets do not have indentations below them. There are a lot of things in these trinkets. It's a large variety of them, but you recognize quality of life stuff. You think it's probably intentional. She did mention that sorcerers visited this place many times. And you probably get the feeling that most of the very interesting trinkets might have already been looted at some point. But you find another version of your decanter. A little bit more metallic, this one. Looks a bit like a teapot instead of a very well crafted. You find a few objects to light up a place. They haven't been used in a very long time. Small orbs, which you recognize in different places. You know that there is a word attached to them, and it essentially just uses a light spell. You see a small lantern, a small oil lamp, I should say. Doesn't seem to be anything inside of it, but there still is a faint smell of oil that haven't been burned coming from this small lamp. You see a bunch of things which you could probably qualify as gardening tools. Judging from how well they look, the crafting is very good. There's some decoration, although it is a bit grimy. Probably enchanted gardening tools, which you could probably, if you know the proper activation word, which you think in a good identification spell would probably be able to tell you. Would probably take care of a yard by itself, tending to plants and stuff like this. One that you're a bit surprised to see, but also not that much. A blanket, which actually looks a whole lot like the blankets Sachet has put on each one of you during the night. Well, Fisher, she wrapped him up inside of it because he was standing. Which means these blankets do have a little bit of magic inside of them. Not sure exactly what's the magic inside, but if it's there, it has magical properties. Judging from your night, maybe it has something to do with keeping you warm. It's mostly the kind of equipment that you find in here. Things which would make your everyday life easier if you lived in a library and tended to this library each and every day. And judging from the garden outside, including the yard. So repairing stuff, you can probably find something which will mend small tears, stuff to prepare food. As a matter of fact, in one point you do cross Sachet as she's just about to reach for one trinket. Oh, sorry, did you need this one? Looks like sort of a frying pan. I'd like to use it. I think you're gonna love what I'm gonna cook.
Chitlets.
Just make say well practiced after you movement.
Oh, thank you. She takes it. Yeah, I think it's big enough also. All right.
Do I need to make a roll to watch the front door?
Perception, just to see if someone is watching from the outside.
20. Unnatural.
Okay. Well, that's still good. You look outside, and for now you don't see anything other than that kid again. You see him skulking around from the other side of the street, trying to take a peek through the windows, but from the other side of the street you just see him go on top of his toes and...
I go outside and hit him with a lightning bolt. No, I'm kidding.
Fry the kid!
No. I'll just keep watching.
Okay. So while Remy is going through every sort of a household appliance enchanted in some way, and Fisher going through level 1 ritual spells, and Tobiyashi taking care of what's happening outside, and watching a kid trying to watch him. Audience and Jordan, what are you doing? You're apparently alone in the living room of this library.
Yep.
Waiting for
Yeah.
Sachet to come back.
These two people that famously have things to talk about with each other.
Mhm.
Audience had heard that there was time for a good meal, but he's wondering where the food is at.
Because he wasn't paying attention when that question was answered.
Yep.
Oh, and just a reminder for Jorg. You know, Jorg, you have a spell which is called Guidance, which you can use to annoy audience to no end with this. Because every time you're going to guide him, you're going to be giving a small prayer to your divinity while giving him while giving him a small boost of something. So every time you are going to arrive and touch his shoulder to guide him, you are probably going to say something like, "Nature bless you, son." And it's going to go better because of this. Just saying that you can annoy audience to no end with this.
Although, Yeah, just
I thought of that during the last week. Oh yeah, that's right. Every time you make a blessing, you actually do say a blessing with your divinity. Oh man, audience would love this. So now you know.
but he would have. Everyone knows there's multiple gods, right?
Oh yes, but still,
So like,
he'd be blessed by another
Yeah.
god to do better, and it
True.
works.
What if it actually gives him a debuff?
Well, that's called Bane. So,
I also wasn't paying attention to where the food.
okay.
Well, you guys are just standing there, so
Just waiting for the food.
Just like, I don't need any spells. So I'm just.
I mean,
standing
for a
around
druid, those gardening tools sound nice.
Yeah.
They do.
Audience just missed where the food was. He wants to go find food.
I'll go find those gardening tools.
You have to go to the other building. Alright, so after maybe 20 minutes, Sichet has found everything she needs, and she starts going back to the other building, and just giving a heads up to Remy and Fisher as they're going through. Once you're done, just remember, close the door as you leave. It will reactivate most of the wards, and I'll come back later on and reactivate the other ones. Don't make a mess, and please.
Can I take some of this stuff?
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Please tell me if you want to take some things. I do keep some registry of everything, just in case someone ever comes back here and actually wants to give second life to this place.
It was just these two rituals.
Oh, okay. If you want to study them more, yeah, sure. You can take the relevant book and how did they say in the old days? Just remember to get them back in time. Do they say that where you're from?
Maybe.
Okay. All right. Well, like I said, don't make a mess.
Yeah, what are the late fees?
You're not there.
They don't exist.
you're
if
in the
you never
same
come
building
back.
as me.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So for audience and Jorg, it's probably half an hour until she comes back, and you see her just logging around a bunch of different cooking tools, and then she watches all of you. She gives both of you a little wink, and she goes inside of a room where she closes the door. And when you look at each other, wondering who did she wink at, when you look at the door again, you see Cuddles in front of the door, watching both of you.
Does she not like having people watch her cook? Does she have secret recipes that she's ready to kill for?
Well, you're gonna have to
Try.
ask.
She's written them in her book.
They're tattooed on her stomach.
Audience will start walking towards Cuddles to see if he reacts.
She's gonna
Can't
Sounds
you're
constantly
like
looking
go.
at
looking
him.
at him.
Yeah, you're looking at him.
Yeah.
You can't
I'll say
perform
hi,
when you're looking at him.
Cuddles.
Gosh, I
Well,
believe you.
I'm still gonna walk towards the door, and then is there like a hole in the door that I could look through?
Yeah, sure. There's a keyhole that you could try and look through.
I'm gonna take my eyes off Cuddles. We'll stand next to the door and see if he does anything.
So you stop watching him, and then you look again where he was.
I look through the keyhole and see if he tries to stop me.
He doesn't try to stop you, but it takes a moment. You look through the keyhole, and there's this moment of, I think I see something. Oh, it looks like a glass. Oh, damn it. It's the glass bead for his eyes. He's watching at me from the other side of the door.
Damn it, Cuddles! I want to learn the secret cooking recipe. Fine, you know what? Cuddles is gonna do that. I'm gonna pull out my cooking pot on this side of the door and make my own cooking recipe.
What are you gonna cook? Rations.
Rations mixed with different rations.
So you just take a cooking pot, you put a ration in, you put a little water, you stir it until it becomes some sort of a mush, and then you look for a source of heat.
No, it's actually I go outside and I pack snow around it to freeze it into a cube. I call it harder tack because it's already hard tack. It's so hard that you actually have to lick it and it slowly melts and pushes nutrients into your mouth. It's an old soldier recipe.
Oh yeah, that's right. As a matter of fact, audience and Fisher, you're probably the only ones who've ever heard the warning, don't stick your tongue on something that's frozen, because it might stay there. On something metal. So, as audience, for some reason, Jorg, you just see audience leaving the room and coming back 10 minutes later with a cooking pot full of snow from outside, and it's starting to drip, and you see him just shove this ration inside of it and look at you proudly saying, I just made heart attack.
Congrats. Was it difficult?
No. It was very simple, actually.
Cool.
But now I have something, too, so Cuddles can eat that.
Yeah. What is Cuddles doing?
I don't know. He's blocking me from trying to see what she's cooking.
I want to knock on the door. Did she say not to?
No, she didn't
Watch
say
her.
anything.
Okay.
Technically, no. Audience is going to hide when you do that, though, because he doesn't want to be involved.
Who
He's
is
gonna
it?
hide with his heart.
Cuddles is not letting us see what you're cooking.
No, as a matter of fact, he's looking through the keyhole.
Yeah, he's being creepy.
Nah, Cuddle is never that creepy.
Yeah, he is. Anyways, he's fine, but
Cuddles does have sometime a bit of an odd humor, but it's not creepy. Come on. I'm sure you've seen far worse.
I have. I do. Is there a reason he's not letting us see what you're cooking?
I can't think of one.
Doing well.
Okay. Well, I'd like to learn your recipe.
Really? I mean, it's going to be food. It's good. It's edible. I mean, do you really need to know exactly what's inside? I mean, there's an element of surprise, no? As long as you know it's not going to poison you, it's good, right?
Yeah. Cuddles doesn't poison people, does he?
Yeah, is it not gonna poison you? That's pretty sus.
Well, I've never heard about him poisoning someone, but you know, I wasn't there when he was made, so it's possible he might have done that in the past.
because, like, if he didn't want us to be suspicious, he's making me suspicious, is what I'm trying to say.
Right, because you're not making him you're not making yourself suspicious talking to me through that door.
All right. Why did she not want us to see her cooking?
We don't know. Cuddles is just being spooky, and no, she's saying I'm the one being spooky.
Ha! You see, that's why I didn't get involved.
Yeah.
Audience, there's something that's a little interesting from your point of view as you see Jorg talking to the door like this and trying to get his point across. You have this moment of, oh man, he's really digging himself into the hole. Then when you say this, you close your eyes for a moment, and when you open your eyes again, you notice that there are two eyes that have been drawn on a bookshelf looking at Jorg. They really look like they've been drawn there. You're pretty sure they weren't there before.
Alright, I'll start rolling a new character.
I don't think drawn eyes are gonna kill you.
Cuddles is.
No, Cuddles isn't gonna kill you. I will say, Jorg, you should try looking through the keyhole again.
Okay. I don't see the eyes, I assume. Just
Yeah.
Well,
Just because
Yeah.
if maybe Cuddles left, maybe he's no longer in front of the keyhole.
you turn around and you find yourself looking at the door right before you bend down to see into the keyhole, and you see this huge eye been drawn on the other side of the of where your head was. It was perfectly hidden by your head while you were talking to audience.
You know what? I might eat a good berry. I'll cast good berry, and I'll just
She's making us
keep 'em in my
food.
pocket. Yeah, Cuddles is freaking me out. I'll just let you guys eat first.
Okay.
So,
Well, thanks for cooking. It means a lot.
don't worry about it. I haven't cooked for anyone in a bit of a while, so I really hope you all enjoy it. I even brought a few spices, which I hope they're still good. I mean, they were in a box, which is supposed to keep them fresh for years. But I don't actually know when they were put in the box, so...
You never know.
Remy, you do find boxes which seems to keep herbs fresh for years. They're small boxes the size of a palm, which you open by pushing them on one side, like a matchbox.
Audience is sucking on his iced hardtack while he waits for better food to be served.
Can I try some of that?
Yeah.
Thanks.
You gotta. Yeah, I can't really break you off a piece though. You just gotta grab the whole block and start sucking.
I'll suck on one side, you suck on the other.
All right. Let's
Oh
have
man,
suck it hard.
this is getting so weird.
What do you mean? This is
I
how
immediately
the
stopped.
Dragonborn. This is how the Dragonborn village soldiers sometimes eat in the. They each have to suck on one end.
That is the spiciest hardtack I've ever tried. I'll let you finish it.
Yeah, we like it spicy.
Oh god.
We like to suck spicily.
Oh, goodness. So, Fisher and Remy, how long are you gonna stay in there? I want you there listening to this conversation. So
I'm not. I'm trying to copy down a ritual spell.
Okay. All right, I don't mind.
And probably was there doing it and then got up and left.
All right, you know that she's cooking something, so said that there's gonna be something for everyone. Remy, probably you're the one whose stomach is going to tell him that probably she's bound to be ready to serve at one point, you know. She's been gone for half an hour. Maybe everyone even started eating without you. I mean, for some reason, you have a feeling that you really need to be near audience right now. You don't know why, but you feel like you need to be jealous of some piece of food right now.
Just like his eighth sense activates, and grabs like a couple armfuls of things he was interested in but hadn't identified yet, and just starts
Right.
walking out.
So let's say how many things you want to have taken. I'm gonna figure out what they do.
Well, it's like because like Raby is curious about that. Because I think ultimately he is going to pick up one of those light bearing objects for potential uses. He was kind of curious about that lamp, and he was also getting a sampling of some of the gardening equipment, mostly because he's curious what those do.
All right. So you take a small, what looks like a small dagger with a lot of leafy decoration on it.
A dagger? Oh no.
You take what... you take what looks like pruning equipment. I believe that's how it's said.
Got the neutering equipment.
Well, this one is you're outside. They're not gonna regrow if he starts pruning you like this. All right. So. And finally, there is what looks like a watering can. It sort of pocket-sized watering can. Which, when you look at it, it's probably why it drew your attention. It's way too small to be useful. I mean, there's enough to maybe put a glass of water inside of there. There's bound to be something more with this. Alright, so 5 things. Feels like it's all gonna fit interestingly in Remy's arms. So I'm gonna build them as soon as I can. Probably not this session. Alright, so after half an hour, you get up, think it's probably gonna be ready. Tobiyashi, during that time, your attention is drawn to a lovely smell that starts spreading in the library. Something smells like it's cooking. It smells a bit like seasoned meat. Interesting smell. You're not
like
sure.
Bacon?
Well, yeah, there's, you'd say there's something bacony in the air, but also there are different aromas. Something else being cooked, something that feels a bit more like maybe sausage, and maybe some sort of bread also being cooked, and it's interesting. It's interesting.
I'm heading over there before audience eats everything.
So, as you arrive, you see Jorgen.
Toby, do you really feel like you deserve dinner, though? Do you think we're gonna let you eat dinner?
You know what? I will fight you again for this dinner. I've had good berries for 3 days straight. Okay.
Alright. Well, I'm not gonna fight Toby again because I don't need to carry. I don't need to carry around an injured.
Audience doesn't need that victory lap.
Not again. Not again.
As you arrive, you have this moment of, oh man, something smells nice. Then you see audience and Jorg sucking in the same hardtack and eyes drawn everywhere on the door behind Jorg. There's not just one eyes, but now there's 24 eyes of different shape and size that have been drawn on the door, on the wall, on each side, on one bookshelf, all oriented to in a way that feels like they're watching Jorg and audience suck on this now mostly mushy hardtack.
I look at Remy. I look at what's happening. I look at Remy again. And then I walk over to where the food is.
I don't think the food's out. Or is it open?
It's
I'm gonna
about
watch it
to
be
come
cooked.
out.
I'm gonna watch it be cooked. Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna watch it be cooked, or you're just gonna open the
Yeah.
door?
I mean, can I not?
Fuck.
What happens if I open the
Well,
door?
you can.
Yeah, I want to see what she's doing in there.
No one's tried that yet.
I want to walk in there and see what's happening.
You start opening the door just a little bit, and you hear Sachet say, "It's almost done. Be patient."
I want to see what's happening in there. Okay. All right. I'll go sit back down and watch Jorg and audience suck on the same thing.
She's cooking people. That's why she doesn't want us to see it.
Yeah, bro. It probably is people. You know what? It
That
smells
would
good
make
if it is
She
people.
murdered that kid. That's
Yeah.
right up the library.
It's the kid.
She actually murdered that entire orphanage.
So Remy, when you arrive, you also start smelling this intriguing mix of smell and flavor and aromas floating in the air. I know I've said smells and aromas, it's the same thing. But that's just how many there are. Sorry.
Smell, aroma, fragrance.
Yeah, I'm looking for my words. Sorry.
Olfactory
the aroma of a
stimulation.
fragrance.
You know, it's a smell. It's just as you arrive and watch the end of this really odd moment where audience and Jorg are sucking on the same now completely mushy hardtack, and Sachet opening the door with a large pot in her hand. And apparently just dragging Cuddles behind, who is also holding on to what looks like a frying pan, as he's tied to her tail, and she's just pulling him along. So here we are. So, she puts this large pot on the table. It looks like some sort of stew, but it's a very fascinating, thick, aromatic stew with pieces of meat inside of it and a few vegetables also floating in there. And she turns around, she pulls on Cuddles, she takes the frying pan, she put it there. It looks like something was cooked in there, skillet cooked. I mean, you've never seen it before. It looks like it's a piece of bread that takes the entire pan. There's some sort of a bit of fried element to it, and there's meat, vegetable, and cheese on it. Which is why I found it funny, because when I said she was looking for the frying pan, I had that in mind, and then Sam started eating a pizza. Oh, okay. Well, that's gonna feel very
pizza.
realistic.
I like to add to the stream with the food I eat. I feel like it brings it up.
So now Sam, you actually can feel a little bit about how everything tastes right now, although it's probably not the same topping that she put on.
What topping did she put on?
She has like sardines.
Fuck yeah.
You're not sure. There's a mix of meat. You're not sure what sort of meat they eat prominently in here. One of them looks
Zombie
like
meat.
small bits of meats. Probably something that's very akin to bacon.
I have pepperoni. That's close.
Yeah. Few vegetable. You probably recognize something that looks like pepper.
Mushrooms?
I have peppers and olives and mushrooms on this pizza.
Mushrooms.
So we're sounding pretty close so far.
Yeah, sure. Mushrooms. That works.
Onions.
Olives. I'm not sure it would be there because
Minna.
not at the end of the year like this. But yeah, some sort of meat. The cheese. You're not sure where she got it, but looks interesting.
It's okay. It's enough immersion for me. Feel close to it.
All you're missing is the stew.
Let me order some pizza real quick. I'll be right back.
And so she serves this interesting feast in front of you, and a little keg of something that she goes back and gets back to
wine.
to the table. No. When you start pouring it, it feels like an ale,
Apple juice.
but it's
ale. Okay.
yeah, but it has a few delicate aromas mixed into it. It's not normal ale. It's a bit finer ale, and it's slightly colder, like chilled.
It's Voodoo Ranger Fruit Force. It tastes like fruit punch, guys. Trust me.
All right, well, dig in. This is all for you.
Thank you.
She hands out bowl for the stew.
I'll bow to her. Thank you.
No, well, it's been a while since anyone bowed to me before or anything. So, thank you.
I'll kiss her hand and say it's a Dragonborn tradition to always kiss the hand of a cook who serves a good meal.
Oh wow, things. I think things changed since the last time we had Dragonborn. I've never heard about this.
Yeah, it's a new tradition.
No.
Don't worry about it.
All right.
I don't know what he's talking about.
You don't know Dragonborn.
Well, I feel this is a lot of attention. Please take as much as you want. There's more than enough for everyone, and there's probably going to be enough for tonight if you come back before the night. Otherwise, this bread cook in the skillet, it's also very good in the morning. So if you don't finish it, you can have a little bit for tomorrow morning.
Okay.
We'll see. Audience eats a lot.
Yeah, I'm gonna eat as much as I can. But I do want to. I will ask her. Do you have like anything to keep things warm? I guess.
For what purpose?
Well, okay. So we're going to get our friend, and I want him to be able to eat something. He's been out there for a very long time, so I don't know if he's had any good food or not, or how hungry he is. I just want to bring some stew and maybe a piece of
Well, I don't.
that bread to him.
The problem is I don't have anything to put it on. I mean, the bowls that I just gave you, they have a little bit of magic in it. They keep things
Okay.
warm. But I'm not sure you're going to want to travel around with a bowl of stew.
Hot soup.
Yeah, no. I mean,
Yeah, hot.
every time
hot
you're
stew.
going to take a step, it might fall off. I mean, it's not like you have a portable room that you can put things in there and leave it there, you know?
I mean, actually, hey audience, could you open the thingy?
What thingy?
Storage.
Yes.
All right, I'll place the bowl and a piece of pizza. It might be cold when they get in there. When he gets in there, it'll be a glass of the ale. A piece
There's
of the
nothing
pizza.
in my storage that is keeping anything warm. By the way, I would like to let you
No,
know.
that's what I'm saying. It's gonna be cold once we get there, but the stew will still be warm. She said that it keeps the stew hot, so
So why don't you dunk the pizza in the stew?
it's gonna be soggy.
Yeah. You think a starving man will care?
You know what? Fuck it. Yeah, I put the pizza in the stew, and then I'm gonna put the glass. I'm gonna put the glass of ale right next to it and keep it in there for when we meet our buddy.
It'll soak up the juices and the flavor of the stew.
That's true.
It'll be
That's
good.
true. Actually, I'm gonna try that right now. I dip my pizza in the stew and see if it tastes good.
Well, it's soggy bread, so there's that that's less appealing, but hey, the rest is still good.
Soggy bread's not like I feel
Yes,
like
I mean,
you dip bread
yeah.
into soup. It's not bad.
Yeah, like garlic bread. Dip it in there. Delicious.
All right, so you have a decent.
Audience,
Yeah, go ahead.
go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say you have a pleasant meal. You have a pleasant meal altogether, and it's probably the first time you had a warm meal since you got in the in Misty Isle. And Sachet seems to be a very good hostess and doing everything she can to be very nice.
Mhm.
Suspiciously nice.
Well,
Someone say she's really good wife material.
well, audience would say this. Remy would say very good competitor.
Can I do an insight check to see if she's
Poisoned us.
secretly evil?
Sure, you can try.
You'll get evil vibes off of her.
I think Fisher gets evil vibes off Cuddles is more the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Cuddle is sitting behind her, like right behind her. So like it's like coming from her.
You actually have to roll at
That's
disadvantage
actually
because
it's
Cuddles
18.
18.
19 minus 1.
Well, you look at this, at everything that's happening, and she looks genuinely happy to entertain people. You get the feeling that she's usually very lonely. And I don't know, everything seems genuine about her. But also,
I guess her only friend is a doll that only moves when you don't look at it. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, she has a very high charisma. She could probably be very good at hiding the fact that she actually wants to kill you all during your sleep.
Yeah,
but
she works with the wizard. She works
I
with
mean,
If she wanted to kill us all during our sleep, she had the chance to do that already.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we all eat. Toby gets too drunk.
Toby, we're leaving.
I could be drunk while we're leaving. Don't worry about it.
It's the evening. It's the afternoon meal. That's dinner she just served. Well,
Yeah.
noon dinner.
You only have
If
a
she was gonna,
couple
if
hour train
if
ride to
she
sleep
was
us off.
gonna serve ale, she should have expected us to get drunk. No,
Some of us don't have the tolerance of a newborn infant.
You know what? I don't. Toby has been drinking a lot. Okay. Once I get the feat where I mean not feat, the class trait where I don't get drunk anymore, I won't get drunk.
No, yeah, sure. That's how it's. Yeah, all right.
Exactly.
So you have a pleasant meal, and you share this moment with Sachet, who seems genuinely happy to have people visiting and doing her best to take care of all of you, you can't help but to always feel like Cuddles is also being very suspicious of all of you and watching every interaction you do. And there's always this moment of, oh, you see Cuddle, and then you look at everyone else and you look back and Cuddle's not there anymore. And then you see audience eyes being attracted to something right behind you, and then you look back and you see Cuddles there. He goes around, he moves around a whole lot. And one thing you do get a feel for with Cuddles, there's a element to him which feels like he's very protective of her and moves incredibly fast, as if he'd permanently been hasted.
He's actually the BBEG. We're gonna watch out for him.
But other than that, everything feels genuine. You do notice with how much time you take to watch her move. She takes very good care of her book. And as if it was some sort of very dear and prized possession of her. It means something more to her. She always seems to know where it is. She always seems to never leave it somewhere where it's out of reach. She can always just extend her hand and grab the book again. But the rest of the meal goes like this, and she happily serves all of you. There's even a passing thought of, well, if the doll wasn't creepy, you'd almost feel like you're at a girl playing a tea party with a bunch of adventurers, giving them pizza and stew and ale instead of tea.
So a nerd tea party.
All right.
The food was good, and you feel full, well fed. Your senses have been awakened by all of the spices she uses. All of the spices she used. She's a very accomplished cook, or has tools which makes her feel like a very accomplished cook. One of the two. So she looks at all of you and says, right, I believe you said you wanted to catch a train to help your friends. So where exactly do you want to go? It's going to determine which train you're going to take.
Down towards...
West.
I don't know the name of the town.
You want to go west?
Is that true, Toby?
Yes. West is down, right?
No, west is left. South is down.
We want
I
to
thought
go
we came
south.
from the east. South is down? Okay.
Yes, east is right, west is left, north is up.
Okay, then I did it
South
backwards.
is
Okay.
down.
South. We want to go south. We're not trying to go to any big city. We're trying to get to one of the points, the checkpoints, the
Waypoints.
waypoints.
All right. Well, there's the. If you want to leave right now, there's always a possibility. If you just want to get to the next one, I believe there's one that's going to leave in about 40 minutes. You're going to have to board the second train when you get there. You might have to wait maybe another half hour or something like that when you reach it. And then you're going to be able to take a second train to the next point of your on your journey. And, well, hopefully your friend's going to be there because you've been here eating for the past hour. It's going to take you maybe 2 hours, 2 hours and a half, depending on different variables. So you should probably get there just an hour or two before your friends get there.
All right. Let's go then. We can do that. We
Yep.
can do the 2-train system.
All right.
All right, Fisher, put on a cloak so we don't run into Emmy's
It's,
issues. And I'll put on my cloak. And I think the
All right.
rest of us will be fine.
Well, I mean, I have Fisher's cloak on too.
Yeah.
Um,
But you're just my grandkid.
yeah. Fisher grandkid.
All right. Well, oh yeah, here. And she hands you a rolled up scroll. It's a map of the sewer for your friend.
Oh, appreciate it. I hand that to Remy.
Thank you so much.
Let me just pass it along.
Although, incidentally, almost in the exact same moment, there's like a dinging sound as Raimi has pulled out a truffle and has handed it to.
Yeah. Okay. Which type?
It's a platinum. piece.
This one was funded by a gold coin.
Gold.
Ooh.
My Opera GX. No, sorry.
All right. She
Um,
takes it. She smells it a little.
Why
bit.
is Remy trying to show me up here?
Well, no, if she pays attention to him, she's not paying attention to you, so it's a double win for Remy.
Damn, you figured out a good strategy.
She takes it and she just smells it. Well, that's a very interesting aroma. Very complex. I didn't know you had these kinds of herbs where you were from. I've heard stories that these herbs only grew around here. Interesting. Well, I'm certainly going to take my time eating this small gift. Well, I'll be here when you all get back.
Ah, she called your gift small. That means she doesn't appreciate it.
As we're leaving, I'll bow to her.
Happened today.
I'll bow to her and say, "Thank you for the meal. I do appreciate it. It was amazing, and we'll see you when we get back."
All right, be careful. Try not to draw too much attention. I mean,
Too late.
right.
anyway.
The entire party just slowly turns toward Tobiyashi.
Still looking at him.
Then someone touches him while casting invisibility. All right, so you all take your things. You stuff a little bit of food inside of the audience's dimensional space. Stuffing a slice of pizza inside of a stew.
Why?
I don't know why.
Wonderful.
But man, that's gonna. All right, and
Let it marinate.
yeah, and you leave,
All right.
and
All right, sonny boy. Time to take old Graves to the train.
and that feels like a good moment to take a break for tonight. Oh goodness, I did not expect. Hey, Valen V was here. Well, maybe she's still
Hey.
here. I don't know. Speaking of Valen V, it's the break. So, this means ducks.
Ducks.
Yeah.
Right.
Alright, so, like I said, we are going to be back in 15 minutes, so you have time to empty your bladder, order a pizza, because we've been talking about it for so long, you might actually want one, if there's one open at that hour where you are. And we'll see you again in 15 minutes. Bye!
Right.
Hello and welcome back. I hope you had time to empty your bladder, your bowels, and order food because we're about to start again. As a matter of fact, we just did. So, you all leave the library where you just ate the best meal you've had in the Misty Isles so far. Doing your best not to draw attention. Well, I guess stealth is not a bad role to do if you want to avoid attention.
Stealth roll?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll roll stealth.
Oh, stealth.
I mean, the DC
I'm also-
is not going to be the same because you're not actually trying to hide. You're just trying to not draw attention. So you don't
Yeah,
have
I'm
to roll
also
as high.
standing. I would say I'm standing like 5 or 10 feet away from the group, just in case people notice me
But Grandpa needs
instead of
you.
everyone else.
Sachet is
I
not
mean,
here.
yeah, that's true. That's true, huh? Fuck, Grandpa doesn't need me. All right, I'll
You
be
gotta
with
live
them.
with your cover story.
Yeah. All right, so that's not the best. I probably rolled worse than everybody else here.
I rolled a 14.
Okay.
Where's
I
it at?
got a 13.
Okay.
I rolled a 9.
Okay.
I rolled a 21.
Whoa.
Uh,
And Remy,
23.
I don't feel like I need
the
to ask,
least
but
conspicuous Dragonborn.
I'll ask anyway.
I rolled a 23.
All right. Well, apparently you, of course, you are the most discreet one of the group, managing to avoid gaze, move within large group of people. That way, you can easily hide, and you feel a moment of pride when looking at audience, well, more than usual. I mean, as he's also managing to avoid drawing attention.
I'm an old man. I don't draw
And
attention.
and mostly it's because he's playing that really hard, and whenever he bumps into someone, he just goes into a old man rant about young people not paying attention, and then suddenly everyone starts walking away because not again, and they move.
Yeah, it's less about not drawing attention and more just like nobody wanting to pay attention.
Yeah. So he leans heavily on that element. Jorg and Fisher, they manage to just not draw attention. They're not stealthy. They're just bleh, And then there's Tobiyashi, who seems to be watching audience and going, okay, I just need to be snarky a little bit, and then it's gonna be fine. And then he bumps into someone, and watch where you're going. Oh man, the youth these days, but it's not working as good for him as it is for audience. Everyone's paying a little attention to him. Fortunately, he's not drawing the attention of melee units, but he is drawing the attention of people, just looking at him and realizing that there's something off with him, but also not wanting to draw attention to themselves in any way, so not mentioning it. It takes, 10, 15 minutes, maybe 20, until you reach where the train station is. You went through 2 town square, is that it? You're here, you go to this one. Yeah, 2 town squares before you reach where the train stations are. Sachet told you which train you wanted to take, so you start looking around, start trying to figure out which one it is. Go in. It's gonna cost you fairly close. Just one way there. It's gonna cost you 2 copper each. You have to maintain those trains, you know.
Did I try and sneak on without paying 2 copper?
It's 2 copper. I'll pay audiences 2 copper.
Oh no, I'll just start doddering on like I'm an old man that's forgotten.
Oh,
And see if anyone
I'll let you
stops
do
me.
that.
That means that we're gonna have to pay for you anyways. If they notice.
Well, that's what he wants. Alright, make your deception, because you're trying to act as if you're...
Well, I'm keeping my 21 stealth, so first off, does anyone actually notice me walk on the train?
Alright, so the person at the entrance, no, doesn't react to you arriving. The person selling the tickets, same roll. He seems busy giving out the tickets to Tobiyashi, who is bumbling its way through the counter and just, oh god, no, I just knocked over a pile of pamphlet of some sort. Then, audience, you feel like, alright, this is good, no one's paying attention to me. And you're just about to enter the last door, where you see the trains on the other side, and then there's someone there who looks at you. Mister? I need to have your tickets.
What?
Your ticket.
So, I'll kind of like fumble.
I would have bought one for audience.
I swear I had it a
This is
second
my
ago.
grandpa. He's like, I have his ticket right here, sir. It's fine.
Oh, thank you.
You know, he's going a little bit. He might cause some trouble sometime, but he'll be okay. I'll make sure to
Wouldn't
get a
say
hold of
that.
him.
Like,
Well, I mean,
well,
like,
it's a
you could
good
be, like,
thing you had
wandering
the ticket,
around.
because I almost would have had to shoot him. Just, like, puts a gun away.
For some reason, Remy has a gun out of nowhere.
So for your information, audience, I rolled a 3, and a 17. So this is why the last one saw you.
Alright. Well, audience. Well, I guess have Toby hand him the ticket and then keep kind of wandering, kind of mumbling to himself about his dead wife onto the train.
Yeah.
Young sir, you're gonna have to make sure that he doesn't wander off, fall on the tracks. It's...
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to keep track of him as much as I can. It's hard. He watched me all my life, and then all of a sudden I'm like taking care of him like he's a child. But I'll make sure to keep track of him. Don't worry about it.
Well, that's usually why you need to take good care of your brothers and sisters, because it's easier when there's a lot of you.
No, they died to some zombies. So.
Oh, I'm so sorry about this.
It's fine. It's okay. We don't talk about that. I'd rather. I'm just gonna go.
All right. Well, be careful.
I could have been Timmy. I wish Timmy had said I miss Timmy.
Grandpa, Timmy's dead now. Don't worry about it.
No, it should have been you. You leapt and you ran like a
You know
rat.
what? If I wouldn't have left, who would have been taking care of you right now? Okay, Grandpa. Who would have been here?
Timmy.
No, Timmy would have had a career.
He
would have
came
been
back
doing
for
something.
you and tried to fight off the zombies and protect
No.
ran
I
and
don't.
left him.
From inside
Like I
of
said, he's
from
going a little
inside
bit
of you,
crazy.
Fisher, you hear. I thought we were supposed to not attract attention.
Yeah, I'm gonna give the guy my ticket and then slowly push these two into the train and just whisper, "Shut the fuck up."
Raimi
Okay,
has
Grandpa,
decided
let's go.
to
So
board the
bad.
train from a different entrance.
He goes all the way to the back over there.
Jordan, we could have used guidance for some help over there, but anyways.
Oh,
Yeah, antagonize audience.
Please.
Nature be on your side.
Also,
Need it.
doing that shit just out in the open is generally never a great idea.
Well, it's sort of a divine magic, so it might go well. Might.
Yeah.
Might.
You know what? He's guiding someone. I don't think they have to hear. Like, he could do it in his head, right?
No, I think
It's
I've
got
verbal
components.
Verbal components.
All right. Where are we? We're going. We're just sitting down in a car. Is there anyone else in
Yeah.
our car besides us?
Voice and sign.
Yeah, can we try and find like an empty car or cabin?
That a lot of people don't like to take the train, right? We should be able to find one. Well, at least with at least like one or two people in it.
Yeah, you actually do find one that has just a single halfling in there, and the moment he sees you arriving, his eyes go really wide, and he sort of completely squashes itself in the back of this box. And hi, take a seat. I'm not expecting anyone else. His eyes betray whenever he finishes talking a "please don't hurt me." So yeah, you find one place where there's just this small halfling, looks a little helpless, and the way he looks at you pleadingly to not kill him while you're on the train feels like he should be fine, unless he's a really good comedian.
He could just be lying. I still don't trust him.
Man, if only Cuddles could be there.
I kind of want him to leave, so I'm gonna try and sit down just really close to him and just stare really uncomfortably at him, but not say anything.
From behind the cloak, all he sees are two eyes. All right, make an intimidation roll.
Can I have advantage because he's already scared?
Because he's already scared. And you're large. All right. Yeah, all right.
I don't need it. I rolled a nat 20 on my first roll.
Oh no.
That poor guy.
Don't need it. I just sit and just stare at him. Maybe a low growl. Just no.
You have this moment of looking at this, and for some reason, you don't know why. Not audience, but everyone else feels pity for the poor halfling who's just watching audience there, his eyes wide open, and then he looks down and and you realize he's peeing his pants right now.
I still don't say anything. I just keep staring at him.
I need to go to the bathroom. Can you let me pass?
Audience just doesn't say anything. Just keeps staring at him.
You're blocking the way. Can you let me pass, please?
Audience will lean slightly, very, very slightly back.
He gets up and he leaves, and you see small little drops of pee following him while he leaves this cabin.
Bros. Did you have to do that?
Yeah, what
I
the
didn't
heck,
do it.
audience?
I didn't do anything. I just sat down. I don't know
Grandpa.
what his issue was.
Attention, Grandpa. What the heck?
Hey, listen. I didn't want other people in here. Now we can talk more freely.
Still. Oh, I mean, that's true, but still.
Oh, I feel like that was the easiest way to do that.
Well, that was pretty freaky.
Amy gives a sniff and then looks pleadingly at Fisher.
I will dump some water on my rag of cleansing and use my
You're the
foot
only one that
to
can smell.
mop the floor up a bit.
All right. Well, surprisingly enough, the halfling doesn't come back.
I'm pretty sure the halfling left the train. I don't think he decided to take a different one.
He just jumped off, yeah.
It's like, I can skip lunch tomorrow. Buy a new ticket.
I think I can walk. It's okay. It's only gonna take me 2 days.
They're
I think I
zombie
can fight some
infested.
zombies.
I mean, I did roll that 20. The zombies might be preferable to him.
Let's just say that you've never been this convincing at intimidation before. No, that's not true. You've been that intimidating once before. It was
I
so
don't
bad. The villager went to get a guard because he was so scared. That's how you ended up with a bounty.
Oh, right. I remember that. That's why I'm wanted in that city.
The poor peasant ran off screaming, "Help! Help!"
Hopefully the halfling didn't run to go get a melee unit.
Yeah.
I actually want to do something
All right.
while we're on the train.
All right. Well, you have an hour.
I do want to get up and kind of inspect the different carts of the train and where they stop, like I did the last time we were on a train. To see, I don't know if this is like a different make or model. Todd sneezes. I don't know if this is a different make or model of the kind of train, since you said there's some faster ones or not. So I want to see where it stops to where I can't keep walking up or walking to the back.
Well,
Just kind of inspect what it's like.
just like old style train, when you get at the end of the cart, there's a door and you can actually open it and just walk to the next cart. So passenger cart are all opened. You can easily just walk from one cart to the other. There's 2 cart at the end that when you arrive, you half open the door and then you realize there is a melee unit standing on the other side. You're not sure if they perceived your presence, but they don't react. So are you?
Yeah,
pushing?
I would instantly close the door. Is this about the same place that it was at on the last cart? Because you said on the last cart that one of the doors were locked and I couldn't go past it.
No, on this one, you get the feeling that it's the 2 last cart. There is a guard there on the second to last cart, and, well, of course, unless you want to push past the melee unit, you don't know what's.
Well,
on the
is this
cart.
last cart to the front or last cart to the back?
To the back. It's the second to the last from the of the back. When you try and go to the front, you are stopped at one cart before you reach the locomotive. There is a very broad-shouldered person standing in front of the door with a long arcane crossbow.
Okay.
For you, as a player, the visual feels a whole lot like a musket. For Tobiyashi,
okay.
you get the impression that, okay, this is the large arcane crossbows.
I do want to try something. Fuck. Okay. I want to go to the middle of all the carts. So, like, in the middle of the train, right? Where a cart connects to another one.
Yes.
I want to duck down and change the color of my silks and my clothes to a white color, all white. It'll take about 10 minutes, right? I then want to climb on the top of the cart. Can I do that from where I'm at, or is it kind of like? So I know some trains have like a connecting part where you can't get on the outside of it, right? Or is this like an open one?
No, it's very much open, but it's not designed so that you have easy access to the roof.
Well, yeah, I'd have to jump, right?
You'd have to do an
Jump and climb
acrobatic
up.
roll, and if you fail,
Yeah.
there's a chance that you fall off the train.
All right, I'll do it.
Bye, Toby. Hope you find your dad. That's an 18.
All right. It's not an easy jump. You look at how it's made. All right. You sort of figure out where there might be a handle where you can grab. It's an awkward.
Pull up.
Yeah. But you manage it.
All right, and then I want to sneak to as far front as I can. To almost the front cart if I can, like the train part.
All right, you want to sneak all the way there. So
Yeah, sneak. I want to sneak there.
Okay. That's what I was going to ask.
21.
Okay. So you're moving forward on these on the top of the trains, and
16 plus 6.
it's a bit of an awkward walk because it's not that
Because
stable.
like the wind.
There's the wind, there's the swaying of the cart. As you're moving forward, you have to jump across a few of the carts as you're moving forward also. So you're trying to jump to the next cart on a moving train. I'll have you make another acrobatics roll as you're moving forward from train to train.
17.
17. All right.
Yeah, 15 plus 3.
Okay. So, as you're moving forward, you have a few close calls. There was this one moment at one point where you were trying to jump from
Sorry.
one car. Yeah.
18. I miscounted.
Okay. Well,
15 plus
it's
3.
not as close as the one I was going to describe, but it's still very
Yeah.
close.
Yeah.
So, how would I change that description? All right. You're moving forward on the trains and on the carts, and at one point, just as you're about to jump, you realize that your foot is going to fall between. But fortunately, you have enough of reflex to use your silk to wrap around a piece of metal just sticking out. And you manage to hold yourself from falling off the train on that piece and just pull yourself back up. So you have this moment of, whew, wow. And we're moving across water right now. That's a good thing I didn't
Shit.
fall.
Yeah.
As you move forward, there is this moment where when you arrive to the front 3 carts, so locomotive and the 2 carts before reaching it, you have this moment of where you're just about to jump on the next one, and thanks to your passive perception, which is very high, you notice this red light that just seems to flicker and turn roughly in your direction. You manage to duck just in time, and it takes a moment looking in your direction, and it turns around. And this is where you realize that there are these discs about 2.5 feet in diameter. that are placed on the sides of these cards. 3 on each side for the next 2 cards. And you see that they
Shit.
all have these little red dot eyes that looked in your direction. But fortunately, your stealth roll was high enough to just barely duck before they managed to see you. But this is when you realize, okay, the front card are guarded in some way.
Yeah.
From the inside, with that person with the large crossbow, which you could probably deduce that, okay, this is an arbalist, what the children were referring to. So that person's only job is to make sure that the conductor is safe. And there are protection from the outside on the last 2 cards, watching. You don't know what they do. You're not familiar with those designs.
So they just look like disc with the red dot eyes.
Yeah, it's the disc is, like I said, about 2.5 feet in diameter, and you can't be sure that it's a perfect disc under it because they're sitting on top. But if they're identical top and bottom, you'd say that they're no more than 2-inch thick.
Okay.
And there is this red light that can move all around. And now that you're paying attention, you do see it. You do see the small dot of light going when there's something that approached too closely, like a bird or something like this, and looks in the direction.
If I watch for a while, if something gets way too close, does it shoot at it? Does anything happen, or
You don't see it
just
react.
looks in the direction?
You don't see it react to at least things that might be getting close, like a bird or leaves or something like this. You don't know. There's no way for you to tell. Is it because they have to get closer, or is it because they're
just like
enchanted
alert.
so that they react to specific things?
Throw a rock at it. No, don't actually.
So no. I was this is kind of all I wanted to figure out, if there was stuff. So I knew there was stuff on the inside to protect from me getting to the front, right? I just wanted to see if there was anything on the outside. So I'm gonna crawl away and go back to our cart. And once I get into like a middle area, I'm gonna change back into my clothes that I had on before, and then go back to Grandpa.
Okay. So you get.
If you want, I could roll another acrobatics and a stealth, I guess.
Yeah, especially for getting off of these cards.
Yeah. All right, so acrobatics or stealth first?
Nothing happened that would force a break in your stealth, so simply acrobatic would be enough.
Oh, that's perfect. 21, 18 plus 3.
All right. Well, now that you know a little bit more about how these ones are made, you have an easier time getting back and climbing back down. You wait for the perfect moment. No one seems to be around. You jump off. Get back.
Change my color back and then go back inside.
When you open the door, you do find yourself in front of a dwarf who just looks at you and... Be careful. Easy to fall down here.
You too.
He also now has permanent freakazoid hair.
I'm not your bruh. Okay, no, I passed by him. I'll just say, you too. It's kind of dangerous out here. And then I'll go by and go back to the group. Sit next to audience.
Tobiashi's been gone for at least 20, maybe if not 30 minutes. His hair is completely pushed backward as if he was in the middle of a storm.
Actually, just before Tobiyashi goes in, just for comedy's sake, at some point, Raimi just turns to the rest of the party and everyone hears in a gruff voice, "So, think he's dead?"
No, but we should probably ask him when he gets back if we need to, be ready to fight, run, hide.
Mm-hmm.
All of these things.
Why did he feel the need to...
go exploring?
Leave.
I don't know. I think I heard of something mumble about climbing on top of a train, but I wasn't totally sure.
Maybe just repeats. So, think he's dead? And that's when Tobiyashi walks in.
Well, just before Tobiyashi walks in, Fisher, from inside of you, you hear, "One can only hope."
Wait, be right back here.
Damn.
Damn. Terranat hates
That's
Toby.
rude.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was kind of funny.
You didn't hear anything.
Oh, I thought you talked out loud to Terra.
I talk out loud to him. He doesn't talk out loud.
Yeah, you said that's rude to write
Oh,
something right
yeah.
after I said. So I
Fair
said. I said, really? I thought it was kind of funny.
That doesn't mean
Okay.
it's not rude.
I'm back in game and in real life.
Okay.
Right. Anyway, Toby walks back.
Yeah, I walk back.
So Toby,
I come
do
back
we-
quietly,
Oh,
sit
man.
next to sit next to audience.
Should we be worried, Toby, or was your mission successful?
We're fine.
What was
So I.
Oh my
I'm
gosh,
speaking.
who's your stylist?
Oh shit! I kind of like try to fix my hair after he says that. So I wanted to make sure. I don't know. They said that I don't think all trains are the same, but with this one, I wanted to check to see if there was any guards keeping us from the front of the train, or any outside forces keeping us from the front of the train, just in case for when we have to do our thing. There was a man in guarding the two front carts that had a arcane crossbow, kind of looking like a long tube with a trigger.
So you know what the normal crossbow look like? It's a it's a one-handed crossbow stock with a tube
Yeah.
on top of it, which they slide
Okay.
something inside. Some of them armor them. This one would be similar, except the stock is not is not one of a one-handed crossbow. It's one of a two-handed crossbow.
Two-handed crossbow. Okay, so yeah, it looked like a regular like crossbow, but it had a two-handed kind of like operation deal thing going. I climbed onto the top of the train and I kind of look around to see if there's anybody else in the cart, which I think there isn't. When I went to the top of the cart, I barely got out of focus of these disc things that are on the two. I think it was three, two carts in the front, three on each side, and it looked like they were looking for. They would always look like a bird or something that passed by them too fast. I just kind of wanted to make sure to see if there was any more protection for when we try to do our thing. So that was my whole job. But I'm pretty sure I didn't get seen. I made it back. The only person who saw me when I came back down from the top of the train after I changed my clothes and everything was a dwarf. He told me to be careful. That's pretty much it.
From inside of you, Fisher, you hear Terranat go, "Huh. That's a first. He's planning ahead. It's disturbing. Tell him to stop."
But that's all the information I got. That's everything I seen, everything I encountered. Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
I know it probably wasn't worth the risk, but I wanted to make sure for future's sake.
It was worth the risk if you didn't get caught. It wasn't worth the risk if you didn't get caught. If you did get caught, so I mean, you didn't get caught, so I'll give you this one.
That's not how that works.
I mean, if I would have gotten caught, I would have probably jumped off the train and not got associated with you guys, but
I
we're
think
fine.
you're already associated with us.
Yeah.
I was wearing different colors. I was totally different. Full stealth mode. If they would have seen me, I would have been wearing all white, so I don't think it would have associated me with you guys. Hopefully, that's my guess.
I just want there to just
You're-
be like kind of like that anime thing where it's just like there's like 3 dots hovering above.
Well, I had a
Jamie's
white
head.
face mask on, a white hoodie, kind of like white clothes all
Okay.
together. So I wasn't looking at all what I looked like.
The way Toby's dressed, are you?
I'm all
Like-
pink. I'm all pink normally, but
yeah,
I can
but what are
change
you
the
actually
color.
wearing?
I'm wearing like the picture behind me. I have the cloak on, which I hide underneath the silks when I change my color.
And then just wrapped in a bunch of
and then
silk.
just
kinda like a
wrapped
mummy?
in a bunch of kind of like a mummy, kind of like only half my body is wrapped in silk. So once I wrap my whole body in it, it's kind of like ninja white. You know what I mean? Like I look like a ninja, but white, kind of.
Uh-huh.
So
I'd
my
say
hair's
that's
covered, my face other than my eyes are covered.
Yeah, Toby, I think you got a pretty distinctive look, no matter what color you're wearing.
White.
Yeah, but most people don't walk around wrapped in a bunch of,
White cloth.
yeah,
A
I
normal
mean,
person
not
is
like
gonna think
that.
I'm wearing silk.
Normally people
guess.
have like a one piece thing, not just wrapped.
Oh, so I'm supposed to dress like Luffy? Is that what you're? No, I'm kidding.
Who?
You know, that
what
is a
looks
very
like
good.
a bunch of bandages.
You know, that is a very good question. That like maybe this is something we already intuitively know, but how common is silk?
Yeah.
It depends on which type of silk.
I don't know what like. I don't know what.
We'll be
level
more
my silk is.
specific about the kind of silk that Toby uses, with nobody knowing that it's magical.
Well, it could be mistaken for very fine linen. So not unseen, but he would possibly pass as someone that's rich. Because fine linen is harder to find than coarse linen. Anything that feels silky, anything that is that level of refinement, gives off a feeling of money.
I mean, the only thing that I'm worried about when I hide myself is that they don't see the speckles of gray silk in my silk, because they have like the gray from my master in them. But you have to have like a really super high passive perception.
Actually, you did say that your silk, the natural color of your silk was pink.
Was pink, so it had pink speckles, right? Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
All you can do is completely desaturate or completely saturate your cloth, meaning that at one point it becomes black or white, but only a very high only a very high perception roll can notice the fine element of color in it.
Yeah.
Or
the pink,
another
Yeah.
monk of the same
Mhm.
type as you. This is why
That's the only
Yami
thing I'm
saw
worried
it
about.
immediately.
Yeah, I always think about that whenever I'm changing colors. Would Remy notice it?
Remy has a pretty high perception. He might. I think he'd be able to notice that there's some sort of leftover color in it,
Mhm.
as if it was nearly completely washed off.
Okay.
But Remy would also be perceptive enough to know that most people wouldn't notice this, because it's very subtle.
Yeah.
So yeah, Remy noticed that you're always wearing pink.
Yeah, that's basically it. That's what I come back with, the information. Whatever
I
I
mean-
do next is whatever.
In fairness, in fairness, Rami can't really exactly point fingers at somebody having a, like a signature color,
Well, let's just see that you see purple more often than pink in cities. So, but yeah, for Remy, the clothes might not betray wealth, but the color certainly does, because purple is not common among peasants.
Yeah.
So for Tobiyashi, it's the material of the silk. It's the
Not the color, yeah.
Yeah, and for Remy, it's the color and not the material of the clothes. You make a nice pair.
Also, in fairness, Rami does it on purpose. So.
All right, so you get back in, and it doesn't feel like anyone noticed what Tobiyashi was doing, because the hour passes, and roughly an hour and maybe 25 minutes after you depart, you feel the train slowly losing its velocity, stopping, and you have this moment of, all right, well, we gotta get out and we gotta wait for the next train. Again, you're gonna be asked for another 2 coppers.
I am actually like super. I have 1 copper left. I have 119 gold, but we don't talk about our gold. I'm the poorest person in the group. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. And yet I make you pay for my train.
Yes.
Audience, just fucking buy your own.
So
thing.
guys.
I
So
swear
it
to
says
God.
one gold
should just
piece
not
is
pay for
100
audience
copper,
stuff.
right? So
Yes.
what do I do? Do I take away?
You don't have to do anything. Audience is gonna buy all of our tickets.
Okay, good.
Yeah, look at audience.
Yes.
Yeah, it's gonna cost you 1 silver.
You see me holding the 1 copper in my hand that I have left of copper.
Don't worry, Toby, you're good.
So the person at the desk, it's so I don't care who pays. I just need someone to pay.
These youth always expecting their elders to pay for them. When will they ever learn?
I know,
Grandpa-
sir. It's so disappointing. I still need my silver in total.
Yeah, I'm like, get a job, will you? Jesus.
How can I get a job when I'm watching you every day, Grant? You know what? I'm not having this conversation right now. I walk away.
I'll pay for everyone. How much is that?
It's a silver. 2 copper each, though, so 5 times 2,
Oh,
1 silver.
that's not very much.
No. Their prices made for villagers, They don't make that much copper and silver every day. They need to be able to take the train, so you,
All right, I pay the silver.
thank you, sir, and I'm so sorry for your grandchildren.
Yeah. Terrible, terrible people. I knew I should have. I knew I should have had Mary get that abortion.
Grandpa, that's enough. Let's go.
But then just like squints at the Kenku.
Grandpa, let's get on the train. Sorry, he's a little bit weird.
He's going senile.
Well, that's not very nice to say about your elders. They've been through a lot.
You should hear the things he says about
And he's gonna be
us.
through more if he keeps talking shit. I mean, let's go.
Okay, everybody on the train.
Yeah, okay. Sorry. I kind of like bow and keep my eyes down away from Fisher,
All right.
like he's like leading us.
So this one was you do get the feel of village when you get here. And you wait maybe half an hour in total, and then the second train arrives, and gets ready, gets placed into position. It's very, very small. You really get the feeling that it's a train station, a wall that was made around it, and 5 or 6 buildings that were placed inside. get a feeling that fields are probably on the outside, but people just get back inside and they sleep inside.
Well,
And you're wondering where all of those people go, because there's only 5 or 6 houses. But most villages have the equivalent of 12 to 15 houses in total. So, are they all sleeping in the same place? Man, that's not very comfortable.
is this the same train?
No, it's a different one.
Why would it be okay? So the train gets there and then they go instantly back.
Yeah, the train system, the platform is well made. The train arrives, and it goes on what looks like a large metal platform that can rotate on itself. And the train is changed direction.
Turn back around.
It goes into a small hangar, which you guess is for maintenance. Then another one gets out, gets placed on the track, and prepares to go back to the city that you just left. And
Okay.
after half an hour, there's a little few exchanges of trains like this, and one arrives from where you want to go, and that one is immediately turned around, and
Okay.
you get to enter this one.
Why was it? Why?
Unfortunately-
What is this map of New York? Why did we get this?
It was a meme.
It's a meme. It just reminds me of the Warriors.
Use your brain, bud.
My brain. How is this a meme? I don't get it.
Although it's really unfortunate that sometimes the train arrives late when the Power Rangers summon their Megazord.
Yeah, you should see the color of the metro we have here in Quebec, Montreal, specifically. So,
Are we moving?
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. You go back in, and this one. Well,
We ate dinner that night.
oh wow, yeah, you find several carts that are empty. Apparently, no one wants to go to the village that you want to go in.
No, I don't
Citadel
get
of
to
Ritz.
I don't get to intimidate anybody.
Boring.
I'm gonna sit down and just stare at Jorg and see if it works on him.
Roll intimidation. See how convincing you are. Or how convincing he finds you.
Do I do a con save?
Well,
Well,
it depends on our roll.
first we'll see.
I'm not very convincing. I rolled a 10.
Okay,
So you look at him, and
I think I'm slightly smiling while I do it because I know that's
well, it may also be because Jorg knows you, and he knows that you're trying to unbore yourself. And so, all right, I know what he's doing. It's slightly uncomfortable, but aha.
I'll wink at him.
So does this train look like the same exact one we just left?
From the inside, yeah, it looks fairly similar. This one, you only are prevented from reaching the last cart on each side. But if you want to go back up there, out there, with all of these
Well, I
rolls
mean,
again.
from being in the front before, could I see it from just looking at the train when it arrives? Can I see the discs or like on the front of it at least?
Sorry. No, apparently when you look at this from the side, you're having a whole lot of trouble finding them. You get the feeling that they might be slightly pushed inward,
inward,
on the
okay.
top. So, and you don't see the eyes rolling on the side. Maybe it's because they go dark as it arrives. You know,
Okay.
sure that it's safe, so they shut off. Or maybe there's not as much security on that train as on the last one.
Okay.
But you are stopped in the last cart again by an arbalist.
Yeah, I wanted to see the front. I wouldn't have gone to the back thinking that it's the same kind of thing. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Maybe that's why most people don't want to take this one. We'll see.
Less security.
Yeah.
So, you go back in, sit down, you watch Audien trying to scare Jorg in this odd staring contest. And the both of them are just staring at one another for a while.
Do you want to suck on some more hardtack? No.
Grandpa!
Slowly adds Jorg to a list.
Remy's right there, Grandpa. You can't do that kind of thing. I think that Toby is the only one that officially asked Remy if he liked audience when we were on that date.
Well, you might have...
Well, audience knows.
You suspect
Audience
audience
knows,
might know. So,
Poor Raimi.
you spend most of that hour and a half watching Audience and Jorg into that staring contest. Trying to see who's the first one that's going to look away. If you actually want to do this, I'm just going to go with roll charisma, and whomever rolled highest is going to look away first.
My dog do a help action.
The dog also starts staring at Audience.
So I got a 13.
Wait, hold on. I got it. Your dog hunches up onto your shoulders and then starts dripping slobber over your eyes, and that keeps them hydrated.
That's fine. I rolled a 5.
That's a much nastier way.
So unfortunately, Audience, as you're looking at Jorg, you notice that the dog is also watching you, and you have the reflex of, what the? And then Jorg just go, ha!
I showed you.
Yeah. You did it. I looked away from you. Maybe because you're so ugly. Burn.
Wow.
No, I'm kidding.
Burn.
Rainy will remember this phrase.
Anyways.
Fisher, from inside of you, you hear, is it too late to just leave them there?
Never too late.
Unfortunately.
It's never too late.
Is it too late?
And so, after an hour and a half of watching Audience and Jorg fighting each other in staring contests, you arrive at the other station, and an eventless, if not slightly comedic, escapade for this time. And you arrive, it's been an hour and a half, 3 hours, 3 hours and a half.
Yeah,
So since Colin sent you a message, it's been about 6 hours and a half. All right, you should be arriving in an hour and a half. So, as you are in this village and you look around and you realize, oh wow, that's right. This is night now. You might have to stay here for the night.
Yeah, well, we just have to wait an hour until the caravan, or around an hour until the caravan gets here.
I'll go up to audience. Why don't we just call him?
No, he's in the caravan. We'll just wait.
He's in the safety of a caravan. It's not like he's going to be getting attacked or anything if we call him.
Yeah, we'll just sit by the entrance until the caravan gets here. It's going to be pretty obvious a caravan entering a town at night.
Wait. But like he said, what if they're not trustworthy? What if something happened to him right now as we're talking?
Well, then the caravan will show up
He
without
wouldn't
him.
be able to answer, or he would call us.
Yeah, if he didn't answer, we would know. If he called us, then that means he's safe.
Or we might just not want to alert the caravan that he has an orb that he can communicate with.
Yeah, I mean, he specifically
Ah.
snuck away to use it the first time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Calling him could.
He's literally going to be here an hour. We could literally just wait the hour, and if he
If
doesn't
he
show
is
up in an hour,
here.
he can show up.
Okay,
So wait the
Grandpa. What are we
hour.
gonna say then?
I was just gonna sit by the entrance so we can see the caravan enter.
We're just gonna sit.
Yeah.
Sorry, I have.
Is
the
anyone
rain
else
music
getting
going
deja
on in my
vu?
bed. I have a rain going on in my like I have a music rain going on in my background. So I'm like, we're just gonna sit in the rain. No, all right, I
It could
guess
be
so.
raining. I don't know.
Oh, okay, let's see. Is it
Yeah,
raining?
is it raining? Let's see.
Oh no, it's.
Well, we're not in the Missile Island chain, so there can't possibly be wind.
You say this, and I rolled an 18.
I was gonna say, what do you mean?
There's always
Always
The
wind.
wind is
Windy and
following you
rainy.
everywhere.
The wind is actually the final boss. We just don't know it yet.
The wind has been following us from the beginning.
Ever since the beginning,
Um,
there's a wind that the boss is just blowing on your neck.
So is it raining or just windy?
It's just windy. It's not raining. Oh, actually,
Yeah.
it's not snowing.
you can't deal with a little bit of wind, Toby?
You know, I've dealt with the wind all my life. We could find a tavern here, right? Can we not stay in a tavern?
But I'm gonna wait by the entrance so I can wait
I mean,
till
look,
when the caravan
he's just
enters.
not used to getting blown.
That
Ah.
is true. I am a virgin. You know what, Remy? I get this is in game. This is in game, guys. It's not real. Anyways,
So
we're just gonna sit out here.
Well, audiences.
I am. You guys don't have to sit with me. I was just gonna sit menacingly next to the gate.
Staring at the guardian of the gate.
Halfling shows up.
I guess I'll sit next to my grandpa because that's what he wants to do.
What about Jorgen and Remy?
I will play with my dog. Oh wait, is there much to? No, yeah, I'll just play with my dog and.
We're just in a village.
hmm
Is there walls around this village?
Yes.
Okay, for the zombies. That's what it's at.
You know, I think Raimi is going to also wait, but he's going to hide someplace away from the party because he's getting weird deja vu and doesn't want a repeat of that.
Suddenly the doors burst open and the monster comes. No. And all right, so you're waiting there, and you know.
All right, we're playing for 2 more hours tonight, right? Is that what I'm hearing?
I will die.
You'll die. Nah.
No!
Nah, you'll be
I
fine.
will go to Vermont to save you.
I've been up,
Omae mo
I've been-
shinderu.
yeah, I just worked a 13-hour shift. I am not even really awake right now. I'm just pretending to be.
He has seen the face of his god in real life.
You know what? It sucks that this is my weekend. Most people are tired.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got school and work tomorrow.
Oh goodness. All right. Well, I'm not gonna drag you along until 2:30 in the morning for me. So.
Let me just play by myself on stream. You guys can be.
Yeah, let's start a new campaign with just Tobiyashi.
That's
Yeah!
what Tobiyashi does in
Of
the
the
village
spin-off,
for 2
the
more hours.
Adventures of Toby.
No, it's the adventures of his ball.
Yeah. I play as my ball, escaping
Whoa.
for the
You're
night.
looking for your other ball. So,
Yeah.
so you wait at the door, and you are intercepted by a few peasants, at least at one point, when they arrived. And, hey, what are you all looking at? What's happening? Why are you all sitting here?
My grandpa's waiting for his wife that's never going to be coming because she's dead. Just let him be.
Right. So when you say this, do you mean that she's just not coming, or he's waiting for her ghost to come.
No, he's waiting for her to come, but she's dead, so she's not going to be coming at all.
I was waiting for her to come in real life too. She never came then either. No!
Yeah, see, my grandpa's kind of turning senile. If you just heard what he said.
No, that was out of game.
No, that was in game. That's actually canon now. And you want me to roll deception?
Yeah, sure.
Even the
personally, I wish you'd stop. But...
canon.
No, you know what, Remy? I'm not playing by your rules, okay? Where's deception at? Hello? Is it not there? Okay, deception. Okay, so that's just a straight 19 because I have plus nothing to
Alright,
deception.
well, he's pretty convincing. Your dead wife is not coming, and you're waiting for her.
Yeah. And she never came in real life either, so...
And he's gonna keep pushing on that.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that peasant just stopping and wondering what you're all doing there, no one actually does come and interfere with you. It's a small village. And after an hour and a half, you hear a cart arriving from the other side of the wall, and then you see someone walking out from a small guard post inside, and looking out, opening small oh man, what is it called in English? When you just slide a little door and look outside. I remember what it's called in French.
Oh wait, yeah, I guess a peephole.
Well, this one is not a hole,
Okay.
but all right. Anyway,
A viewport, like a little rectangular
yeah.
slide.
A viewport.
A view.
So it's a porthole. All right, we're not at sea. So
It's fine.
he opens it. You hear him talk a little bit, and then he opens the gate, and you see 3 carts entering one after the other. And on the last cart that's arriving and moving past you, you see Colin just sitting on the last one, its leg dangling. And oh, hey, it's been a while.
I look at him. I'm like,
We missed.
Martha, is that you?
Don't ask.
Right.
I just go like this. I go.
Right. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate it very much, and you can be sure that I'll look for other representative of your faith next time I need to travel. You hear a few people just, yes, absolutely. Don't just come to the temple. There's always someone waiting for new followers there, and
Yeah, the Temple of Ramis.
we will always be grateful for anyone who wants to join us in our expedition. Alright, bye everyone. He arrives next to you and jeez, they never stop. They always just talk about their religion and their faith, and they're always trying to convert you. It's exhausting.
I feel like if they were trying to convert you, they really shouldn't have charged you a bunch of money.
Yeah.
There
Well,
we go.
apparently they're a very wealthy faith.
Doesn't sound like it.
What's their face?
I mean, they took all your money.
What's their
Oh,
face?
that's probably how they're wealthy.
We should
Yeah.
probably go somewhere where we could talk, not
What's
out loud.
their face?
Scientology.
No, please.
Scientology.
Does it matter, audience?
It's Shakira. It's the Shakira faith.
I want to know if it's the same as the book because I've seen one of the book. I just want to know if it's the dragon thing.
No,
The faith
no,
of
no.
Enol.
Like I said, the drawing is a bunch of hills, and there's a cross, like these Celtic ones.
Okay,
drawn
Audience is
in
no
front
longer
of it.
interested. He doesn't
Wait,
care.
Celtic or Celtic?
In French, you say Celt.
Same thing? You Celtic?
In
Okay.
English, you might be Celt. So.
I think both are correct technically. You just
Really? I didn't know
Yes.
that. I never went to college. Don't listen to me.
it's not something I learned in college.
Yeah.
So Colin's there. Wow, the wildlife around here is atrocious.
Bad.
Yeah.
Well, you ready? Are you ready to head back out into the wilderness? Because we're gonna have to get you back.
What do you mean can't wait for Toby's new character? Sorry.
All right. So, do we have to leave right now, or?
No. We can spend the night here.
Oh goodness.
Oh, here. Oh wait, never mind. Actually, we should go somewhere. I have something for
we
you.
can hand him the stew and pizza now if you want to, Toby.
By the front gate?
Yeah, why not?
Magic?
Oh, because I'm opening the magic. Yeah, no, you make a good point. All right, we can go somewhere else.
Okay.
All right. Good.
Yeah, we go somewhere private to give him his stew and pizza, soggy pizza, and ale.
Go rent.
Why did you
Room.
get soggy something for me?
It's bread. It's bread. It's bread with cheese on it and some other stuff. It's fine. It's okay.
It's
We just thought you didn't eat for a while, so I was trying to be nice, and
No,
I put some stuff in there.
I completely understand, but you keep insisting on the fact that it's soggy, so I want to know why you took the one that was soggy.
No, it wasn't soggy in the
we
beginning.
just stored the pizza in the stew.
Audience, yeah,
Why
audience
did
told
we
me,
do that?
Audience told me to put the pizza in the
Because
stew,
it absorbs the flavor.
Yeah,
and he thought it would be good. He thought it would be good. So this is for you.
I am the only
whereas-
cook in this group. You have to trust me.
Right. Okay.
We have some nice ale though. There's some nice ale here too. Yeah, here you
Good.
go.
Audience starts getting like he pulls out his cooking pot. Do you see this? Do you know what this is for? That's right. I'm a cook.
Sorry, Grandpa's getting a little bit senile
Grandpa.
nowadays.
Now he's Grandpa. Wow.
Yes,
I
you
missed
refer
so
to
much.
him as Grandpa. Refer to him as Grandpa whenever.
Yeah,
we're
my
around.
grandchild is Toby.
Yeah, he doesn't like me.
I see the resemblance.
He thinks Tom should have stayed alive instead of me.
Timmy. You don't even
Timmy,
remember your
sorry,
own
yeah.
brother's
You know what?
name.
You know what? If you wanna,
Audience is
Maybe
There's
we
a whole
should.
backstory
Maybe we
for it.
should not stay in the street while we're having this argument.
Okay, all right, let's go.
Yes, let's go find an inn.
I believe that's one over there. You know, the large building with the light inside of the. Is it
It's
just
called
me,
Pig's
or
Bladder?
is the night falling really fast in here?
I mean, yeah. Well, I mean, it kind of always night.
Yeah, all the fog.
Yeah, you wouldn't imagine the kind of creature that I saw in that lake.
What it turns a lighter color of gray, and that's daytime. Is that what we're talking about?
Mostly.
It's like 30 days and 30 nights. If you guys have ever seen that.
I think I have.
Okay, or
Come
Go
on,
to the
let's go.
end.
Let's go inside. All right. So, how's our mission going?
Excellent.
Okay, well, let's wait
Good.
till we get into our room to talk
Good.
about this, please.
Yeah, no, don't
Yeah.
worry about it. All right, so let's go inside and here's the desk.
By the
All right.
rooms.
Yeah, I'm gonna go grab the best room they have.
hmm
You see Colin going to the desk and just handing a silver to the person. Whatever room that buys me, I'm gonna take it. Looks for a moment. Yes, of course. We're a bit full right now, but sure. Come in. Do you need a meal? He looks at all of them. Colin just said, "No, I've the priests were kind enough to feed my soul."
I'm gonna stay with Colin. I'm gonna go with him to his room.
All right.
I'll get my own room.
The
and also
innkeeper
a
just
meal.
said, "I still need a silver if you want to go in the same
For
room."
me?
Well, yeah.
Shit.
There are more than one bed in a room. In case
All right,
you
you
didn't
have
notice.
you have change for a gold.
Yes.
This is the only one I got, so here. I hand him over and get some change from him, I guess, and then give him a silver
You
piece.
get 9 silver.
And I give him a silver, and then go to the room with him.
All right. Well, what about the rest of you?
I'll hand him a silver. I'll go wherever.
All right.
How many rooms you got left?
Well, I've got
You
2
said you
more. Unless you want to pay copper. And then 5 copper, you'll go into a communal room.
Communal? Oh god, this sounds horrible.
Alright, I'll give him a silver.
All right. What about the last 3 of you? There's only 2 bed in the room.
I'll get a room
Maybe
with
slides
my
2 silver
grandson.
immediately and holds onto Grandpa.
Oh. Apparently, I'll get a room with my grandson and with the bird, Remy.
No, I'm taking a room with Colin.
Oh, I won't sleep with my grandson. I'll take a room with Remy.
Caretaker.
Yeah, you know what? I didn't want to sleep with you anyway. It should have been Timmy.
Good, you fart too much.
All right,
As I go up to
then
the room.
Jorg, I guess you're going to go
Jorg-
with Fisher.
Yeah, I'll go with Fisher.
All right, so you pay your silver. Well, your rooms are all paid. There's nothing preventing you from all going to the same room so long as... Well, it's going to be uncomfortable if you all sleep in the same room.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently the audience has Colin's meal, so someone has to go back to see audience and get the meal.
Yeah, I would go there and get the meal.
We'll all meet in Colin and Toby's room.
Yeah, no, everyone meet with us so we could tell Colin what's going on.
All right, so you give him his meal, and what exactly did you say to Colin?
I look over at Grandpa.
Well,
Yeah.
What information did you share?
again, everything.
Everything. So, we're trying to do a mission. We have to take all of our group. We have to keep somebody at one of the train stations that's disguised as one of the trainees to relay where we're going to the next station. The next station is where we have to go. Then we have to leave someone there. Next one, and then the next one. I think there's 4 of them. Don't mind me. I might be saying the wrong thing, Colin.
3 of them.
3 of them. So there's 3 of them. We have to leave 3 people
2 people.
behind.
'Cause we
2
can
people.
be at one.
Mhm.
At least.
What do you mean? We can
Depending
be at
on-
one.
There are 2 stations that we need to leave at least somebody at to take care
So
of
we
it.
have to leave 2 people. That's what you're
Yeah.
saying. So yeah, like Fisher said, we have to leave 2 people. And we're trying to get to the spire, right? And
Yeah, I know. I
we
was
found
there when you took that mission. I know where we gotta go.
yes, of course. So we found some extra stuff about the spire. There's a whole bunch of guards there. There's 2 ways that we could take. We could jump off the train before we get there, or we can
That's what we're
do
planning.
some.
All right, so
we could
alright,
go in
so
there full force.
You shared the plan about the entire.
Yeah, everything. I just tell him everything.
Okay.
I also share with him the what I found on the train before we got here.
Okay. And what else?
How we're not kind of welcome in the city that we were in before. That we
Maybe.
have to be kind of low key, like that. We maybe have to be low key in there, and then we share with them that we have a friend that knows somebody in high cell, so It's kind of one of the people that we're planning on using, and we just came back to save you, so that's what we're here for.
All right. All right. So.
Right? That's everything, right, guys?
I think so.
Yes.
All right. Well, Colin does underline that. Okay. Well, it seems like you have the entire plan. But it doesn't seem like you're that unwelcome in the city.
Outline of a plan.
Yeah. So I guess I'm taking the sewer to go back inside of the city.
Yeah, that's kind of our.
All right.
That was what we
Well,
were thinking.
okay. So what I was thinking is that 2 of us can go with them maybe through the sewer, because it sounds like there's a lot of undead down there.
Let's not split the party if we're going.
So all of us?
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
all jump
might
off
as
the
well
train to
all
go
go.
down there?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Or do we not even take the train and walk up there? Is it safe to walk up there, Colin? What do you think?
It's gonna be a few days walk.
Well, I mean, if we walk up there from the next,
guess-
if we go back up to the next black dot, right? I don't think it would be that much farther than it'd be
Almost-
faster than going there, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we could go halfway and then walk.
And then walk, right? Because I think walking would
But-
be easier than jumping off the train and having nobody notice.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it
I mean,
it really
how bad is it out there?
Yeah, how bad is it, Colin?
Well, depends. The moment you start drawing attention, you have to run for your life every single day without always looking behind, making sure no one or nothing is following you.
So we just won't draw attention.
Oh yes, we're very good at that.
Yeah.
Okay, if we're gonna do that, tape something over my mouth, and I won't draw attention.
Well, it sounds like you can probably get back inside pretty easily. So maybe a alternative to what you're saying. Just tell me how I get back inside the city to the sewer, and just make sure that the sewer is unlocked where you want me to exit. That way I don't have to figure out a way to open 2 doors. From what you're saying,
Alright.
the sewers are emptied pretty often, so I might not have to worry about too much inside of there unless there are machines taking care of the sewers.
Yeah. I don't know. Last time we let you out of our sight by more than 100 feet, we didn't find you again for like 5 days.
Well, okay. So what I was thinking is, we do have
Or
a
what
map,
we could
right?
do is right, because if
Mhm.
he jumps off
Yeah.
early, there's a decent chance we'll beat him there.
There, right? And then we meet
So
him in
then
the sewer,
we could
right?
go in through the sewer and
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
meet him.
Yeah, that's a nice also. That's also a nice alternative. That way, I don't have to worry about whatever might be inside of there.
I could copy which route you're gonna take on the map to where we're gonna be at in the library. Through this train ride, we have like 3 hours to get back, right? 3.5, I'm guessing.
Or we'll just. Why don't we give.
I mean, we give him the map, but I want to have a
And
map
then-
for us too, right?
Yeah.
Well,
Remy,
I
you could
believe,
probably
yeah, that's
draw
what I
up
was going to
another
say.
one, right?
I think Remy has a pretty good photographic memory.
Oh, memory, huh? Yeah, that's what I forgot about that. Yeah, we could do that. And then we meet you down there, because I heard there was like a lot of zombies down there, and we don't. I kind of want to figure out the last time they flushed it out with a whole bunch of water, just in case we're not. I just want to make sure we're not down there when they're going to be flushing the water down there, because that could make things even more difficult.
I mean, she said it was like once every few weeks.
But we don't know when the last time was, right?
Well, can't
Yeah,
you call
but-
her? Maybe she knows.
She doesn't not have an orb.
You didn't leave her an orb?
We don't have extra orbs on. Wait, okay, sir. We don't have extra orbs on us. We can't just leave an orb. Well, it's not like a Nokia phone.
According to what you just said, we're going to go back there, meet her, because we need her to get an introduction for someone
weird,
else. So you
weird.
could simply have left
Okay,
one
okay.
to her, and you would have
I'm-
gotten it back when you went back there.
You know what? You know what? You are thinking very smart, but we did not leave an orb with her at the moment. So
We were
next
worried
time,
about you.
we were trying to come save you, exactly. So, I'm sorry we were so worried about you that we didn't think about another thing to leave an orb.
Someone
with
had
them.
just waited on the beach for like half a second for us to catch up to them. We wouldn't have had to do all of this in the first place.
Actually, do you
That
think?
was the problem. I waited for you, and then this huge
Wait.
creature came out and started pumping
Wait,
out
did we
spheres
leave-
and attacking me.
Do you think Civ came with us, followed us with the train, or
I don't
you think
know.
he's still over there?
I don't think so. He's probably
I don't think so.
still there.
Is he
But-
still there?
You could call Civ. It's not hard.
All right, we're in the room right now. I'll call Civ.
I don't.
I'm calling him.
Like, we can also, right, if the whole point of this is just to find out when the last time it was flushed was,
Yeah. Wait,
if
I mean,
we're-
once we get there, we can ask and then call.
yeah, we could just ask
you,
when we
right?
get there. That's not
That's what I'm saying.
that's not a time sensitive
Yeah.
question.
It's just we want to know so that it's not being done while we're down there.
Yeah, so exactly like Fisher said, it's not time sensitive. I'll need a few hours to go around the city, go to the entrance. You just need to go there, ask someone, and make sure you don't get flushed when you get down there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I actually have an orb, so if you learn that it might be in the next few days, just tell me. That way I don't wait for you, don't wait for nothing.
You know what?
You know?
You sound prissy about this. Let's leave him here, guys. Let's leave.
Okay.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Everybody sounds prissy right now.
Okay. Yeah, I know. We're all
I
kinda,
understand this place is pretty stressful.
You know what? Not having a son has been deeming on it. Where's the light at? Okay, never mind. Never mind. Let's go to
Yeah.
bed. We'll figure this out tomorrow.
Rainy holds out his lantern.
No, that's not the right light.
Alright, so with this possible plan in mind, you all go back to your room, and Tobiashi stays with Colin. Colin says, come on, relax, you'll see, everything's gonna go fine. You made a few tactical errors. Don't worry too much about it. I have more experience in the field than you, so this is why I thought about these things. That's all.
Kill him in his sleep. No, okay. That's true. You're right. Okay, right. I'll admit it. I did draw attention to us. We just have to be extra careful. So I'm trying to make up for it. I found the stuff up about the train. I don't know who we're leaving when we do get to the thing. We have to
It's
figure that out.
All things we can talk about. Right now, today, all you have to worry is sleep well, because tomorrow we're going back there, and depending on which of the three plans you're gonna decide to take at the last moment, because let's face it, you're all known for not following through your plans.
Wait a minute.
Everyone knows it in the garden.
What?
Don't try to hide it.
Okay, wait a minute here. Okay, Colin. Okay,
I read the Gnomish Times.
We don't want to come up with a decision until we fully know what is going to happen here. All right.
I'm just
I
talking
know
about me entering the city. I'm not talking about the rest.
No, yeah, okay. I'm talking about the rest. Okay, that's why I misinterpreted. You coming into the city is going to be the easiest part here, other than fighting the zombies.
Well, good. Then you'll have a good sleep. Good night. He goes to bed.
I stay up for a little while, contemplating if I want to slap him in his sleep, like 5 times.
The way you're looking at him, he just says, I'll remind you, I am a light sleeper. I wouldn't have survived otherwise.
Don't care. I turn over and go to bed.
You all hear that from your rooms, wherever you are. And so, you all go to sleep on that weird night. Audience and Remy in the same room, Jorg and Fisher and Tobiashi and Colin in their rooms. Unless there's
I thought I
something
wouldn't
you
like
want to
Colin.
talk about with your room partner right now, this is the moment where you should say it. Otherwise, we're arriving at the end of this session.
Who's sleeping with who, though?
That's what I just said. Jorg with Fisher, audience with Remy, you with Calm.
I never thought I'd hate Calm.
Why? He's
I
too
thought he was
calm
a
for
good
you?
guy. No!
Alright.
Being a prick when we're trying to save him.
Jorg just says to Fisher, I think I'm pregnant.
I think I'm pregnant. It's audience's child.
So you all go.
Congratulations.
You all go to bed and try contemplating this place. Tobiashi's gonna have a nervous breakdown too soon.
If Colin keeps talking.
Oh no, he's already asleep. Well, you think he's asleep. So
Yeah, good.
we're gonna finish tonight's session on this moment. However, this moment is not the one you're thinking, because audience, when you fall asleep this night, you think everything's gonna go fine, and you're a bit tired of everyone else, just like how you look right now.
I'm just tired. I'm not tired of it.
Audience had a dream.
No, I know. You fall asleep, but your sleep is interrupted, or not really, but you find yourself in the sunlight again. Look around you, you can see a field in the distance, and there's light above. Then you notice the mountain range to your left. It feels nice, the sun again. It's only been a few days, but you never thought you'd actually miss seeing the sun. Then you turn around and you notice that there's a dragonborn who seems to be working on a piece of wood. He's very focused on his piece of wood. You feel a bit drawn to it, as if there was light coming from him.
I would walk over to try and see what he was working on.
He's working on a small wooden sculpture. Something similar to that. When you arrive, he looks up. Simply says, a feeling eventually we'd meet. He gets up and he walks toward you. There's something intense about him. Very focused. But you also get the feeling that it's focused, but not in the way that you would want it to. He seems to have a little bit of anger directed toward you.
I say, well, you seem to know more of me than I of you.
Well, it's hard not to. Since you've been skulking around in my ward's library. You've been drawing attention to her.
Well, I did not know that she was your ward, nor do I know who you are. So I apologize for any inconveniences that I have caused her or you, but they were unintentional. At best.
At best. Ignorance or incompetence is not an excuse for making mistakes. You have been drawing attention to her. Now let me be clear. My lord might find potential in you, but that's all you are. You are potential. Unused potential. Potentially useless potential. Especially if you keep serving that God from the deep That forgotten thing that's merely the reflection of something greater.
Ouch.
God
Hell.
damn.
Tell me how you really feel.
Shit. I mean, I don't
Keep going.
serve
I want to
any
hear
god.
more. Keep
I
going.
don't serve any god from the deep. I serve all dragons in themselves. I do not serve a singular god, so
Yes,
they have incorrect information about me.
you have a pretty high opinion of you. That's not always a good thing, especially when you're this arrogant. Now let me be clear. Sachet has been worshipping this god since before you were born. She's been a loyal follower. If you die, you're just wasted potential. If she dies, she's a friend. She's someone that has worth. So if she dies because of you, he makes one step forward toward you and you feel something powerful, a very strong presence. From what you know from religion, it's probably some sort of entity linked to the god that you know. Probably maybe the equivalent of a saint or of an angel, something like this.
Okay. Getting angels pissed at me now? Sick.
Holy shit.
He gets close. He gets really close
We're
to
getting
you,
up in the world.
close enough for you to be uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm. Actually, I find it kind of hot, but
Like panic attacky uncomfortable, or like uncomfortable.
Uncomfortable in the sense that
oh.
he's so powerful, in tune with the power of a god, like a very,
Yeah.
very high priest.
actually, wait, that would be a whiz. That would be a whiz roll. 24. So
You feel
Okay.
you feel the strength that he has, the kind of power he might command, but you sort of put him back into perspective to when you saw the mere footprint of an entity
Mhm.
you could only call the end, and the
no, I
presence
mean with
he
the
has.
24, with the 24, I'm not impressed.
With the presence he
I've
has,
seen worse.
you
I've
felt
seen worse.
much worse.
I've seen worse.
But you also can't deny that he is on a level above yours.
Yeah, that's fine. He is an angel after all. He should be. I'd be a little disappointed in him if he wasn't.
If you die, you're just wasted potential. If she dies, she's worth something. So let me make this clear. If she dies, I'll make sure you never feel comfortable sleeping again.
Okay. I mean, I feel like you're gonna have to fight for that, right? There are a lot of gods out there that try and make me feel uncomfortable while I sleep. But you could join the list, be another nobody in the list of deities that are interested in me. Enjoy that, I guess.
With an incredibly lightning like reflex, he grabs your throat and pulls you up in a choking hold.
Can I try and break it?
Oh yes, of course you can.
Okay. Let's say 24.
As you feel yourself being risen off the ground, and you're still pretty beefy for a creature, you try and break this hold he has on you, and it's like trying to punch a stone statue, a marble statue. You start feeling the air having trouble get into your lungs, and you just strike his hand, and nothing happens. It doesn't even move. It feels like it doesn't even register for him. He rolled well over 30.
It's fair enough. I didn't really expect to be able to break it, but I was going to try.
Where's your god right now? Do you think he'll be able to stop me from snuffing the life out of you? I don't even feel him right now. I feel only one light. The light that you can see above your head, and he's not gonna raise anything if he thinks that my killing you will make sure Sachet survives. Remember this. Your potential, whether you develop it or not, is up to you. But if you don't, I won't have any regret making sure you live a very long afterlife regretting it. Now move, she's in trouble! And you wake up on this really...
Alright. Well, first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna call Civ. Immediately. I'm gonna immediately call Civ.
It takes 5 or 6 seconds, and he answers.
I'll be like, are you still in the city?
No, actually, I followed you. I'm gonna reach your...
Shit.
I'm gonna reach your little village in about an hour.
Alright, shit, never mind. I'll hang
No,
up.
no. Tell him to go the other way.
Oh, no, I'll say, alright, get back. We're headed back towards the capital. Get there as soon as possible. If you can get there before us, go check on Sachet, please. And then I'll hang up. And then I'll quickly start waking everyone up.
Alright.
And I'll be like, we need to go. Basically, I'll like shake Jorg awake. I'll be like, we need to go. Sachet's in trouble.
Nobody else got a dream or anything like that?
No.
But you're not being threatened by fucking angels murdering you.
I mean, we're working with you. We could be.
You might be. I don't know.
Alright, so you hurry up and you get everyone up. For Remy, you probably had a pretty nasty waking up because audience got up in a...
Audience is moving quick. He's like, we gotta go now.
If audience comes and wakes me up first before Colin, I kick Colin in the head.
Why?
Wake him up.
Well, let's just say you're not
Wake up!
sleeping in the same bed.
Yeah.
But the moment you hear... yeah, it wakes up Colin. And...
Yeah. All right.
Audience is not. He's like, we gotta go now. Angel just told me Sachet is in trouble. We have to go immediately.
Like in trouble? Like, what do you mean?
I was
Like
told
she's
she was in
dying
trouble.
now?
We're going. We have to leave. It sounded like
Right.
I don't think you would have told me if we didn't have a chance to save her, but we have to leave now.
All right, let's go.
Tobiyashi,
shit.
because
Alright.
of how good you know religion, you know that gods and entity like this do have a bit of foresight
Foresight?
in time.
Yeah.
The more powerful they are, the further in time they can actually see.
Yeah, we need to go. Let's go. If she's in trouble, she's in trouble. We might get there in time. Come on. I'll start to walk off with audience as we go to where the train comes.
You notice audience is rubbing his throat. It seems slightly bruised almost.
He has this little bit of purple mark out of nowhere. I'm like, oh shit, he actually talked to an angel. This isn't good.
All right.
By the way, is there going to be a kink roll for that?
Yeah, can we roll? Roll kink.
All right, so we're gonna end the session on this because I sort of noticed that you all seem tired, and I think it's a good. Well, everyone except Tobiyashi, you all feel like you're tired a little bit, and even though audience just got a mean wake up, I think it's better if
2
we
more
end.
hours. Come on,
I
guys.
think it's better if we
end
end the session here.
Listen, the angel didn't need to waste all that time telling me all that stuff initially. He could have just said your wife is in trouble, and I would have woken up. But no. He was the one wasting time. No.
All right, so this is where we're gonna end today. And usually when we end, we go to the crackling fire.
Damn it.
Sorry,
I'm not gonna
man.
wait till next week. Okay, tomorrow we play. Come on, guys, you gotta be ready.
Tomorrow, I don't even sleep. Tomorrow, I just go to work again.
Exactly. We all play tomorrow, guys. Come on, just call us.
I have my other game tomorrow.
Call off.
I gotta go be a kobold.
Oh,
It's
call
gotta
off.
go be a
Cobalt
kobold.
doesn't matter.
Alright.
We gotta go be a kobold.
No, I do have to get ready for my own D&D campaign, so it's
Alright.
fine.
I might be starting another one at some point soon. We might be doing a Star Wars D&D campaign.
Star Wars D&D.
Ooh, that sounds
Yeah,
fun.
it's like the Star 5 SW5E. It's called SW5E.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Supposedly that's pretty good.
Oh, who knows? Maybe one day in the future I might suggest to all of you we do something D&D, but completely different universe. I have adapted D&D for different things.
I don't mind. I don't mind at all.
Let's try and figure out a way to make a
Like a one shot?
a giant mech with D&D.
Yeah. Do the Power Rangers thing where we all turn to one big mech.
No
and,
Power Ranger, please. All right, so thank you all who have watched this episode up until the end. Thank you very much. It was a pleasure having you with us. We hope you had a pleasant evening. We hope you had a pleasant D&D session and a pleasant Wednesday evening or Friday if you're watching this on rebroadcast. And of course, as always, if you enjoyed the show, you can support the stream by following us on Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube. You can also support the stream by making donation, becoming a Patreon, subscribing. Apparently no one was scared of being killed today because we have room for one subscription. One of you hasn't resubscribed, so I'm going to have to make you a bit more scared.
Who is it?
Time. I don't know.
Who is
I
it?
didn't look.
My life is in your hands, and Angel just threatened me. Get on it.
Don't worry.
That sounds like a you
saving
problem.
If anything, an angel
Yeah.
threatened what's
Grandpa
her face.
audience wasn't
Yeah,
such
I don't
an
just
ass.
give away my.
Yeah, just gift
subscriptions
another
for
sub
free.
to somebody else.
Yeah, sounds like something you can gift.
Yeah, and maybe just keep it for next session. Make sure that the money comes when you need it.
Yeah.
And
Also, anybody who's watching on Friday, come here and say hi. I want to see who you are.
Mhm.
yeah, say something in the chat. I know it's
Like, if you just come and say hi once, like, you don't have to be here for the whole
No.
session. Just say hi.
and it's a rebroadcast, but we're all, well, maybe not all, but there's at least one of us there at all time. Sometimes we take longer to answer, but
Yeah,
we always read, and we're there. And if you have questions, well, we're going to try to answer them. So we really are actually there. And I know it's a bit late because now you've watched the entire episode and you're hearing this now, but maybe for the others.
But next week, you
Yeah,
can stop in on Wednesday.
yeah. No, just say hi in the chat whenever
Let us
you're
know you
here.
exist.
It's always fun, and it always lets us know that at least someone's there actually watching and not just opening this and going to the bathroom and not coming back. And it goes well with the last thing that I always say. If you can't do any of those things, following us or subscribing or giving a donation, simply spreading the word, being there and saying hi. It helps a whole lot. It helps us morally. It helps us to know that you're there and that you're having fun and want to keep watching us. So, thank you all, and see you for next episode. As always, good night.
I'll
Stay
miss you.
safe. Stay healthy.
Love you.
Mwah.
Today.
Mwah.